considered the premier HBCU conference in the country, and currently ranks among the elite conferences in the nation. With this list of 12 elite schools, each contributing to the growth of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Academically, competitively, and athletically to become the preeminent conference in the nation. The SWAC, building champions for life.
We welcome you to Regents Field here in beautiful downtown Birmingham, Alabama on this 69-degree morning. SWAC baseball championship action. We started on Wednesday with 8. We are down to 4. FAMU Southern, that's coming up a little bit later. Bethune-Cookman, Alabama State. For the Rattlers, an elimination game. If they lose, their season is over. And for the Jaguars, if they win, they'll advance to the championship round tomorrow. If the Rattlers do win this game today, then they'll come back at 3 o'clock to play Southern again for the trip to the championship. Hello, everyone. I'm Charles Edmond with the Hall of Famer Roger Cador. Jaguars and Rattlers, let's tell you how the Jaguars got here. 2 come-from-behind wins, 8-7 over Jackson State after being down 4-1. And Coach Cador for Southern, they were down 7-0, and they beat FAMU 8-7. And here we are, the Rattlers and the Jaguars one more time.
One more time. And it's just like old time. You know, back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, it used to be a wonderful tradition playing against each other. So they get to relive it again.
Jaguars have had to come from behind in the first 2 games to get here. And here we go with the first pitch. Misses ball 1 from Christian Paul, his first appearance in the tournament. As you see, the Rattlers lineup sponsored by Chevy. Count is 1-1, a swing and a miss here. What do you think about the Rattlers lineup, Coach? We saw this team build a 7-0 lead yesterday on the Jaguars. They had a grand slam in there. This team can swing the bats.
They did a good job swinging them bat yesterday. So, you know, here we are today. It's a little different situation. Maybe the quality of pitching is a little different. So we'll have to see. We got to see what Christian Paul can give Southern.
The fly ball, and this ball catcher got off to a late jump for the Jaguars. Didn't see it right off the bat. Taj Porter, who was the hero in the come-from-behind win for the Jaguars 7-0. As the Jaguars were down at one point in that game 7-0 and came back and rallied. He didn't see the ball right off the bat. Jared Weber, the left fielder, hitting .692, Coach, in the tournament. 9 hits and 13 at-bats, 2 home runs, 2 doubles, and 9 runs batted in. No doubt he'll be on the all-tournament team, and here's a foul. So a good battle here, Coach, between Christian Paul, his first appearance, the lefty for the Jaguars, and Jared Weber.
The least of his concern should be whether or not he's on the all-tournament team. It should be, can I help my team win? And then it'll take care of itself. I think this is what we have to be concerned with so many kids about individual awards. if you put your team first, then all of the other stuff usually comes with it.
Here's the 3-2. Weber popped up left side. There is a play close to the Jaguars dugout, and it's caught at third, one away, as Hunter Tabb hauls it in. A pretty good battle between Weber and Paul, and Weber fouls out to third, one away. It'll bring up the second baseman, Joseph Perini.
If Paul have any advantage that he gives Southern is that Coach Crenshaw has pitched him in midweek games against very difficult competition, high-level Division I competition. So that gives him some kind of advantage. When we look at his ERA, that's part of the reason it's so high. He's pitching against the LSUs and the Magneses and the Tulanes and those kind of programs.
Yeah, that's what those midweek games are for. We'll kind of talk about that as we go along. Here's the next pitch, swing and a miss. And Paul looking pretty sharp here in the early going, facing Joseph Perini. No average. This is his 12th at bat in the tournament, 2 runs scored.
And when I said I gave Southern a little advantage, it was all predicated on the midweek schedule.
Here's a pop fly ball, foul territory right side. Caught it first, 2 away. O'Neal Burgos hauls it in, 2 away. Here in the top of the first inning, the Jaguars are the home team. Coming up later, Centauria Black will have Bethune-Cookman, Bama State coming up next. Obviously, if the Jaguars win this game, they're in the championship round. FAMU's eliminated. For FAMU, they're just trying to get to 3 o'clock today. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss off the bat of Grant Roel, hitting .636 in this tournament with 7 hits, 12th at bat, 2 doubles, a home run, and 4 runs batted in. Bases empty, 2 out. Here's a fly ball in the center field. This ball is well hit, but it's going to be caught right at the warning track in center. Side is retired as Jalen Armstrong using his speed to get there. 1-2-3 inning for Paul. After a half inning, FAMU nothing. Southern coming to bat, and they will face Sean Host after this timeout on the SWAC Digital Network.
Building champions for life didn't just happen overnight. Since 1920, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, SWAC, has been in the forefront in leadership and excellence in all our athletic programs. There are very few major sports halls of fame that a SWAC athlete is not a member. Hall of Fame coaches who were stewards and mentors to these elite athletes. Our tradition, our distinction, our legacy. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Welcome back to Regents Field. We approach 70 degrees here, a little after 9 a.m. The Rattlers went down in order, and as you look at Southern's starting lineup, brought to you by Chevy, you look at a Southern team, Coach, coming into this tournament hitting .309, lofty averages, Lay, Doris, Burgos, all hitting .667, and you've got players hitting .500, Burgos and Doris. Talk about how Southern's been able to hit the baseball despite trailing in the first 2 games.
Well, they didn't start hitting it now until the 4th or 5th inning. So that's why I said, listen, you want to always think about the Joe Carter theory. It's not how high you hit, it's when you hit. Because when you get runners on base, you want to swing the bat. You know, obviously you got to start a rally by getting on base, you got me? So that's where the table setters come in. Walk, get on the error, or hit by pitch. So you get on for the big hitters.
Well, Jalen Armstrong trying to set the table in the leadoff spot, hitting .286 in this postseason, just his 8th at bat with an RBI, a couple of hits, and has scored a run. And the count is 2-1 from this pitcher, Sean Host, the lefty. 2 lefties here in this matchup. This pitch up and in.
Normally you don't get to see that often. This is the first combination of lefty versus lefty we've seen in the tournament.
Sean Host, the junior from Beverly Hills, Florida. There's a foul straight back. Rattlers went down in order. This is day 4. We've had weather early on, a couple of games behind, and that's why we're playing as few as 2. We could play as many as 4 games today. Centoria Black will have Bethune-Cookman, Bama State coming up. This pitch up and in, ball 4, and the leadoff man Armstrong is on for the Jaguars. It'll bring up Doris. Devontae Doris hitting .500 in the postseason. 9th at bat, 3 runs batted in, 3 doubles, 4 hits, scored 4 runs. He's been all over the bases, Roger Cador.
That's right. Let's see what happens here, though. You see, what happens in previous games, all out of the window. It's what happens now going forward. So Doris has been a real good, and remember, he's played with a fractured hand.
He's a shot down the left side. It's a base hit all the way to the wall. Armstrong around second. Motors in the third. They're going to wheel him home. Here is the throw, and it is too late. Jaguars with the lead. RBI double by Doris, scoring Armstrong. Southern with a 1-0 lead.
The third base coach is very aggressive. He wasn't playing. Normally you want to stop him at third with nobody out. But he said, I'm taking no chance, baby. We're going to make him make a throw. Come and get me. Oh, he made a really good cut. Look at that. He didn't eat up a lot of real estate. See, he wasn't wide. See, he hit the inside of the bag. That's a classic example of what we've been talking about.
Tight around the bases.
There you go.
Jaguars looking tight right now. Walk and a double, scoring Armstrong 1-0 Southern, and it'll bring up O'Neal Burgos, the first baseman, hitting .500 in this postseason. 5 runs batted in, leads his team in that department. A home run, 4 hits, scored 2 runs. Jaguars strike first here in the bottom of the first inning. Host brings it home. Foul off to the left side. Well, for the first time, Roger Cador, the Jaguars playing out in front. They trailed 4-1 against Jackson, trailed 7-0 against this FAMU team. Now they start fast.
Well, now they've never had the leadoff hitter to walk. Here, again, the walk is being disastrous. You got me? And very beneficial for Southern.
Doris at second. There's a fly ball right side.
I tell you, Doris, Doris is really a good ball player. Just think had he been healthy. Remember, he's playing with a fractured right hand, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and you see that. You see the mitt, obviously for sliding purposes. But when you're not 100%, clearly it does impact you.
Well, it affected him in game 1 because he wasn't very comfortable. And I could tell because I've seen him play, and he plays with a lot of confidence. But he's dealing with the pain.
Well, the Jaguars are a confident bunch right now, getting off to an early start here on this Saturday morning. Jaguars win. They're in the championship round tomorrow. And way out in front there. And down goes Burgos. First strikeout for Host, the lefty.
Now, he didn't do a good job. He didn't advance the runner. Didn't put him in score at third base with less than 1 out. 2 outs, you got me?
Yeah.
You want to advance him. Now, I had a young man came and talked to me, this young man yesterday.
Tremaine Spears?
Yes. He said, I listened when you said that when he said I didn't tell him particular. I said they need to get closer to the plate. And he said, I made the adjustment yesterday. See, they're listening some kind of way about it, and I've said that they need to get closer to the plate. So let's see what happens here.
Well, Spears,
You can see he's closer.
trying to improve his average in the postseason, just 250, ninth at bat. Pitch outside. Jaguars with a 1-0 lead, in case you're just joining us. Armstrong with a leadoff walk. An RBI double by Doris, scoring Armstrong. Doris is there with 1 out. Jaguars with an early lead. Lefty Sean Host.
Because he's going to pitch him away right here.
He went a little inside there, Coach.
Yeah, but that was not what he asked for. Soft throws never want to pitch inside. Remember that, Charles. He's a soft throw. Why would he want to throw inside? Soft throws are more effective away.
Porter on deck. The pitch. Trying to take it the other way.
See, the advantage a soft thrower has is that if he throws it soft outside, people have a tendency to want to pull, and that's why he gets his ground balls from.
The Rattlers got here. They beat Prairie View 5-4. They lost to Southern 8-7, and they eliminated Prairie View 17-1. Here, FAMU trails 1-0, bottom 1. Pitch up and away.
Let's say what Pierre said. Let's hope they didn't leave all their runs. Let's hope they didn't leave them.
And, of course, Bethune-Cookman with 19, eliminating Grambling last night. Bethune-Cookman, Bama State coming up next. This pitch is high. 2 on for the Jaguars. Two walks issued by Host.
Another thing that happens, Charles, when he moves closer to the plate, he'll have a better idea of the strike zone because he knows now that he's got to be quick in and he can just be normal with the ball away. You got me? But when you're far off the plate, you got to protect in and then on the outside corner.
Well, obviously a pitching visit here.
I think that's a good visit.
Brian Henry, the assistant coach.
Let me tell you why. You're visiting early enough where you can try and help him make an adjustment before it gets out of hand. You got me? You're only down 1 run. So I think that's a pretty good visit.
It's a quick visit. Do you think just settling the nerves of Host here?
It could be. That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, get him before too much goes on.
Yeah. Well, the Jaguars with an early lead, an RBI double by Doris. And now Southern has 2 on and 1 out for Taj Porter.
Our boy. Our boy.
Taj Porter started the comeback yesterday as the Rattlers led 7-0. Pitcher walked Porter, a wild pitch. They tried to keep him close at first, ball thrown away, and that just opened the floodgates. And now
Look
we got
at that. Time with him up, things happen. All he did was fake the bunt. Oh, my goodness. What a beautiful story.
And
couldn't happen to a nicer young man, by the way.
Well, Doris moves to third and Spears to first, so Southern can add to their advantage here in the bottom of the first inning. Every Taj Porter's around the baseball, seems like some good things happen, right?
There are some people like that. I had a player by the name of Banks from somewhere right outside of Panama City, Florida.
Here's the pitch here, ground ball foul.
And Banks was not very talented. Couldn't run, couldn't throw, didn't hit that well, couldn't feel that well. But, boy, he was such a bone winner. He was a bone winner. When he got in there, things happened. And the guy said, why are you playing Banks? I said, man, you don't find them kind of guys. It's hard to find him. Yeah. He's a bone winner.
So you're saying Taj Porter is that kind of guy?
He's a bone winner.
Well, Porter has a chance to drive home 2 here. The Jaguars with an early lead, 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. And there's a shot down the left side, and this is going to drop fair. 2 runs are going to score. Porter around first, Motors in the second, the throw, and he is out.
That's okay.
But he drives home 2 to give Southern a 3-0 lead.
His speed didn't go into effect this time, you know.
He got it done, though. He drove home 2.
Don't get hurt.
So 2 out, bases empty. Jaguars with a 3-0 lead on 2 hits. And Nathaniel Lay at the plate for the Jaguars, hitting .667 in the tournament. This is 4th at bat. 2 hits. Well, the Jaguars getting it done here, starting fast. Lead 3-0 here. You got a FAMU team that relies so much on pitching, scoring runs, even though they got off to a fast start. I mean, you look at what they did yesterday. I mean, obviously eliminating Prairie View 17-1. I didn't see that one coming, Coach, just to be honest with you. Here's the foul off to the right side, not a play. Well, I thought that would be a more higher scoring. I mean, I thought it would be probably 14 or 11. I didn't think it would be 17-1.
Charles, you don't see it from the coach's standpoint. I look at it from a coach's standpoint. Prairie View had done all they could possibly do when they won the game against Jackson State. That's what they beat. They had done all they could do. They just didn't have the tools in the box to complete the job. You got me?
Mm-hmm. Is it check swing? Did he go around? They're going to check it first. First base umpire says no. And the count is 3-2.
Yeah, he didn't come close. Yeah, the tools in the toolbox. You have to complete a job, you got to have the right tools in there. You know.
Well, Lay's trying to complete this at bat. And he fouls it off. Good battle here between Nathaniel Lay and Sean Host.
And as this game unfolds, you'll begin to see exactly what I'm trying to explain about what it takes to win a championship. You know, you have to have pieces and tools, the right tools. When you got to have a 9-16 and a 3-4 and a half in. You got to have it because those things come up.
There's a fly ball right side. This should end the inning. And it's hauled in by Roel at first, and the side is retired. But the Jaguars, 3 runs, 2 hits, 2 walks, nobody left. Southern starting fast here in the first inning, trying to eliminate FAMU. Jaguars with an early lead, 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Hanchy, Bryant, and Robinson after this. Timeout on the SWAC Digital Network.
The SWAC, considered the premier HBCU conference in the country, and currently ranks among the elite conferences in the nation. With this list of 12 elite schools, each contributing to the growth of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Academically, competitively, and athletically to become the preeminent conference in the nation. The SWAC, building champions for life.
FAMU batting in the top of the second inning, 3-0 Jaguars. Christian Paul, first appearance in the postseason. Fly ball, jumping on the first pitch in foul territory. There's a play, 1 out. Well, coach, as Hunter Tabb hauls it in. All right, so Southern's batted around. They sent 6 to the plate. You're down, talking about Florida A&M. Then you jump on the first pitch as Hanchy jumped on the first pitch and L.J. Bryant stands in. How tough is that, though? You're down. You want to try to extend some at-bats, and you jump on the first pitch.
Yeah, and you know, let's be realistic. They haven't seen what Paul is throwing. What is his repertoire? What can he throw? So somebody got to take a first pitch or two, to see.
Yeah, here's a shot to center, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. Extra bases for Bryant here. Makes the turn and just trots into second. First base runner for the Rattlers. Stand-up double for the right fielder, L.J. Bryant. He's having a good tournament. 11th at bat, 400 average with 4 hits and a home run.
Had a good talk with him this morning at breakfast. He came to me and he said, "You're the guy on the broadcast?" "Yeah." He said, "I could tell by your voice." We talked and he said, "Keep doing what you're doing. You're giving good information." And now if your players are saying that means a lot.
And obviously, he stepped to the plate there and give FAMU the first base runner. Now, Robert Robinson, the shortstop, had the game winner for FAMU in the game against Prairie View, in which FAMU won 5-4 after trailing 4-1. Robinson hitting just 143 in the tournament. Robinson fouls it off here. 15th at bat, 2 hits.
We have a beautiful skyline here, the way the park is situated. They did a good job.
And a beautiful day for a beautiful morning for baseball. This pitch misses on the outside corner. So a chance for the Rattlers here after the Jaguars sent 6 to the plate. A 1-out double by Bryant, and Robinson will try to put the Rattlers on the board. Pitch from Paul. High. We were talking before the game, Coach. Clearly, how many innings, if you're Coach Crenshaw, head coach at Southern, do you expect out of Paul in this game?
Well, my point is I mentioned 2 scenarios. I said, 3, if the game is tight, he'll take 4 possibly.
Pitch, fastball, strike called.
If the game gets out of hand, he'll go much longer to preserve a bullpen. You got me?
Mm-hmm.
But so he's going to be smart. He's not going to play around with him because he doesn't have a history of going deep into the games.
Paul brings it home. Fly ball, right center field. It's got some depth. Runner will probably get to third. Catch is made there and on a strong throw. Right on the line. Great throw from right field by Spears, keeping Bryant right where he is at second base. That's a heck of a throw. It's 2 out. Let's take a look at it, Coach. You would think with the speedy Bryant, he would have tried to get to third, but this is a great throw by Spears. And no way Bryant was going anywhere there. I thought he might at least try it.
Yeah.
2 out. Bryant stays at
no
second.
Need to try. You're in scoring position. You're down 3-0. So why would you take that chance? You're already in scoring position. You're down. So that's the kind of part that, the coach is not influencing him to come.
Yeah.
You stay where you are. You're in scoring position. I'm here to score you anyway.
Hater Motel. 10th at bat, no average. Strike call, a little inside. Borderline pitch, count as 1-1.
Well, you got to look at it. He's giving him off the plate outside for strike. You can't give him everything and put the hit at a disadvantage. You got me?
There's the pitch inside. Christian Paul, redshirt sophomore from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, University Lab High School.
As I mentioned, I've been knowing Christian since he was 5 or 6 years old.
He was 3-4 with a 756 earned run average during the season. And right now, with his team up 3-0, he's an out away from getting out of this second inning. 3-1 the count. Full count. Well, Paul set him down in order in the first. A 1-out double by Bryant. He's there with 2 out.
The one thing Coach Crenshaw has going with form with Christian. Highly intelligent. Boy, I tell you, you can't beat intelligent. You got me?
Here's the 3-2, fouls it off.
And, you know, the kid is a mechanical engineer, has his degree already, so, and he's just a sophomore. So let's face it.
He's pretty smart.
Yeah, he'll be able to make some adjustments out there.
Yeah. I tell you what, you know, it's great to see these student athletes getting their degrees, and, you know, with the transfer portal, with COVID, the extra year, you know, the clock is different these days. Here's the 3-2. There's a shot in the left. This ball's well hit, and it's going to be caught on the run. Side is retired. We've seen a couple of good plays in the outfield. Roll on with the running catch. Side is retired. A double and one stranded. First runner stranded by the Rattlers. Jaguars win this game. They get to the championship round tomorrow. FAMU is eliminated. Coming up later, it'll be Bethune-Cookman and Bama State. Coming up next, Tab, Roll-On, and Wiley after this on the SWAC Digital Network.
Building champions for life didn't just happen overnight. Since 1920, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, SWAC, has been in the forefront in leadership and excellence in all our athletic programs. There are very few major sports halls of fame that a SWAC athlete is not a member. Hall of Fame coaches who were stewards and mentors to these elite athletes. Our tradition, our distinction, our legacy. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Gatorade is a proud supporter of the SWAC. When you give everything, Gatorade gives it back. Life is a sport, drink it up. Gatorade, a proud supporter of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Glad you could join us here. We started with 8, we're down to 4. We could be playing as little as 2 games or as many as 4 today, depending on how things flow. For the Jaguars, Hunter Tabb, the third baseman, stands in for the Jaguars, up 3-0, and clearly Coach Roger Cador, good start to the first inning, and now they want to add to it here with Tabb leading it off, and he fouls it straight back.
Yeah, a lot of kids are swinging that pitches up in the zone, and they can't handle it from what I could see. So they need to make the pitcher bring it down some, and they could get a much better swing.
Tabb hitting .333 in this SWAC postseason. Pitch misses outside. There will be a new baseball champion crowned. Mississippi State, the defending national champions, did not make the SEC tournament, so a new champion will be crowned. And Coach, you talked about, you know, Southern's pitcher Paul in the action he got during midweek games against quality competition. Mm-hmm. You know, that's, you know, a lot of teams play those midweek games, and, you know, SWAC fans ask why. But there's a reason for it, in my opinion, and you know, get your thoughts on it. Here's the next pitch. Here's a fly ball, hooked foul. Is there a play? No. Part of the reason, I think, in your opinion, at least for me, because you're so kind of stuck in your Friday, Saturday, Sunday weekend rotation, midweeks are for guys that don't see action. Am I wrong in that assessment?
Yeah, and it's. Let's get this pitch in, and then I'll elaborate.
There's a fly ball hooked. Is there a play? It looks like it's going to land out of play by about 6 rows.
Because of budget-wise, too, some of these teams are close. You know, I didn't play all of those teams when I coach, okay? But some of them are close, you play. in Louisiana, we had really good teams. We had LSU, Tulane, University of New Orleans, UL, McNeese. So we played all of those teams, and travel was easy, and Nicholls State. And they were all good teams, so we played them because it kept our budget intact. And yes, but you got to develop some pitcher during the midweek. Get the hitter.
Yeah, that's J.J. Rolon at the plate as the walk by tab coach, and this pitcher host has walked 3 here.
And I know 2 of them scored, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But so that's one of the reason. And
he's swinging here, a foul off to the left side. J.J. Rolon hitting 167. This is his 7th at bat in the tournament with an RBI. He scored a run and has a base hit.
So, yeah, so Chris have used the midweek schedule to give people like Christian Paul an opportunity to pitch. Now it's paying dividend. They didn't win the games in the midweek.
Here's a base hit, taking it the other way off the bat of Rolon. First and second for the Jaguars.
Now we should be seeing a sacrifice here. You got your 9th hole hitter coming up. You got 2 on, no outs. So you got to see if you can move them over for your top of the order.
Yes, and Wiley at the plate, no average. Ain't it bad?
Oh, you love that.
It's the guys with little or no average we've seen the last 24 hours have done a lot of damage. Time called here.
Yeah. I think the coach probably want to go to the bullpen here. He's probably, you can't let it get out of hand.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he's trying to do, manage. He's been looking over there. I don't think he's looking for his vision. He's going over. He's making a move.
Pitching change coming up here. We'll step aside. We'll tell you about it as Sean Host is done after 1 inning here in Birmingham. We'll take a break. We'll give you the next Rattler pitcher after this on the SWAC Digital Network.
In 1920, an athletic league was formed and slowly became one of the leading sports associations in the world of collegiate athletics, the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Today, the SWAC is looking towards the next century, growing, supporting, and transforming our intercollegiate sports activities for student athletes and promoting academic excellence. Each SWAC member institution represents a high level of integrity and sportsmanship. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
You're looking at Zach Moria. This is his 3rd appearance in this SWAC tournament. He's pitched 2 2/3 innings. And right now the line on Host, 1 inning pitch, 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 walks, and a strikeout. And the batters the runners on base belong to him, so his line is not closed. And now, coach, for Maria, he's got to try to figure out a way here. The Jaguars threatening to open it up a little bit.
And they're trying to move the runners up, and I think that's smart baseball. You got your ninth-hole hitter, you know.
He's squaring up here.
There you go.
Maria Fields throws to third, and he
Got
is out there.
That's a good play. And you had a slow runner, so you had all of
all the elements.
yeah. See, Tab did a poor job.
Hunter
Poor
Tab.
job. Just got to do better getting off of the bag. Got to get off the bag better than that. You know he's trying to bunt.
Well, it gets the lead runner Tab, so the fielder's choice 1 to 5. So Roland and Wiley are on the bases. Top of the lineup, Armstrong walked his last time up. Pitch strike called. You know, you talked about, your goal obviously for a game like this, trying to stay alive, 3 innings. But Coach Sean Host lasted 1 inning.
Well, he wasn't going to do very much. I mean, he didn't have command of the strike zone, and they were going to hit him.
Can you tell when a pitcher doesn't have it right off the bat?
If they're hitting him pretty good, and he doesn't have control, all of those elements tells you he doesn't have it. You got me?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if a guy's got good stuff and he just hadn't had command of the strike zone, you might want to.
As the ground ball is short, good play by Robinson, 6-4. Good play there. That saved a run. 6-4. First and third, 2 out.
That's a good. He's come in and get 2 big outs.
Good play.
Yeah, good play by the shortstop.
Well, Robinson's made some dazzling plays. 6-4. And now it'll bring up Doris. Well, you talk about a momentum shift here. The Jaguars at first and second, nobody out. And now it's first and third, 2 out. If Maria gets out of this inning unscathed, could the momentum shift? We'll find out here as the number 2 hitter, Doris. His RBI double put the Jaguars on the board his last time up.
You see how important it is to get for that bunt to work. When it doesn't,
Well, inning over just like that. Maria comes in and puts out the fire. 2 on, none out for the Jaguars, and they do not score. A walk, a single, 2 fielders' choices, 2 left for Southern. We go to the 3rd inning. Jaguars remain up by the score of 3-0. When we come back, we'll have 8, 9, and 1. Badger, Brown, Weber coming up after this on the SWAC Digital Network.
The SWAC, considered the premier HBCU conference in the country, and currently ranks among the elite conferences in the nation. With this list of 12 elite schools, each contributing to the growth of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Academically, competitively, and athletically to become the preeminent conference in the nation. The SWAC, building champions for life.
Visit the official Tournament Central website, SWAC.org. You can access game previews, photo galleries, team roster stats, live stats, links, and more. Visit SWAC.org for more information. 8-9-1 for the Rattlers. And leading it off is Evan Badger, the catcher. No average, sixth at bat. This pitch is inside. We're underway here in this third inning. Charles Edmond, Roger Cador, our producer James Crenshaw. On the cameras, Dez Rogers, Lauren Sutton, Roosevelt Smith. Pitch strike called.
Yeah, Florida A&M just really got, escape a really dangerous situation.
Now, could that shift momentum? This pitch swing and a miss on a pitch up and in, and down goes Badger.
It won't shift if they swing at those kind of pitches. That's had no way of being a strike. Got to have a little more discipline. You're not going to get him back with one swing. You know what I'm saying? It's going to have to push something together, bunch them together.
Well, if you're Chris Crenshaw, the head coach at Southern University, this is a perfect situation right now, even though you're probably a little smarting a little bit that you didn't cash in on the 2 first and second, nobody out in the last inning. Your team's got a little offense, and this pitcher, in his first appearance in the tournament, getting it done. There's a foul. Here's a ball with a lot of spun foul. So I think if you're Southern University head coach Chris Crenshaw, you're happy with what you're seeing so far, although you feel like I could have had another run on the board. Your pitcher's doing well, your outfielder's making some plays. So far, so good.
So far, so good, but I wouldn't be too relaxed over there. 3 runs is not a lot at the college level. 6, 7 runs, 8, that's better. And we found out 7 wasn't enough yesterday.
Absolutely.
So you can't really, you don't want to be too relaxed. You got to keep adding them on, adding the runs.
Well, how would you assess Paul's performance right now?
He's doing exactly what I thought he would do. He's being smart. He's making them swing the bat. He's not walking people. And that's huge because he's not a strikeout pitcher. So he's got to make them put the ball in play.
Will Brown, the center fielder at the plate. This is his 4th at bat, hitting .667. Glad you can join us here. You can follow me on Twitter. And, Coach, I got a tweet for you here. We'll talk about it in a moment. Here's a pitch swing and a miss. Catcher held it 2 out, and through the first 9 in the lineup, Paul has back-to-back strikeouts. He's given up 1 hit. So now top of the lineup and Jared Weber. I'm on Twitter, Tallman Radio. Send us a tweet or a text following the coverage. Got a tweet here, Coach, for you from Get Ready. He says, I have watched so much SWAC baseball this week that my new catchphrase is, you got me?
You got me. Oh, my, that sounds like me. He's got me. You got me.
Thank you. Get ready for the tweet. You can follow me on Twitter, Tallman Radio.
Get ready. You got me. I like that. We're trying to bring a sense of humor to the telecast.
Absolutely. And but I know for FAMU it's not funny right now. And for Southern, this one all the way to the wall. And maybe a little bit of a smile here as the Rattlers get a double by Weber. Good play out in center, but Armstrong could not get there. 2 hits for FAMU, both extra base hits here, Coach, as we take a look at it.
Both to center field.
Ball was well hit.
And that ball, being a right-hand hitter, is moving away from the center fielder. Oh, he just missed it.
Well, the Rattlers with an opportunity. They had a 1-out double by Bryant, left stranded. Here, a 2-out double by Weber. Now, what will Perini do here, trying to put the Rattlers on the board? Pitch from Paul, strike called.
Paul is such a smart kid. He's not trying to do too much. And that's all Crenshaw wants. Go do what you can do. Look at here.
Chopper to third, the throw across. Inning over.
I mean, this is such a, fastball change speed. That's it.
Tab throws out Perini. Second runner stranded for the Rattlers. They've stranded 2. Southern has stranded 2. We played 2.5. Jaguars with the lead. Burgos, Spears, Porter. Coming up after this, timeout on the SWAC Digital Network.
In 1920, an athletic league was formed and slowly became one of the leading sports associations in the world of collegiate athletics, the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Today, the SWAC is looking towards the next century, growing, supporting, and transforming our intercollegiate sports activities for student athletes and promoting academic excellence. Each SWAC member institution represents a high level of integrity and sportsmanship. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Chevy is a proud supporter of the SWAC and historically black colleges and universities. Charles Edmond here, Hall of Famer Roger Cador. We started with 8, we're down to 4. After this game, we could be down to 3, and later we could be down to 2. Or FAMU could stay alive, and obviously a little bit later on, Bethune-Cookman could stay alive. We could have 4 games today, as many as 4, as few as 2, depending on what happens here. Right now, the Jaguars with a 3-0 lead coming up in the bottom of the 3rd inning. A one-hopper right back to Maria. Good glove, good play. 1 out. Burgos grounds out. Well, I'll tell you what, Maria has done a nice job in putting out the fire in the last inning. The book is closed on Sean Host. 1 inning pitch, 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 walks, and a strikeout. So his book is closed. And now for Maria, Coach, it's just a matter of keeping Southern at bay until their offense gets cranked up a little bit more. But they've had chances, though. They had a 1-out double in the 2nd, and then in the 3rd inning, a 2-out double. So they've had runners in scoring position.
Yeah. And this kid could be pragmatic for Southern. The fact that he pitched, those kind of pitches, the more they pitch, side-on pitches, the better they are. That ball sinks more. You got me? They become more effective. So we got to be concerned about this guy. If he full run and gain more confidence, we need to score more runs. If that's what Crenshaw is telling this kid, we need to score more runs. And then the coach from FAMU is saying, we need to hold them guys until we get our feet on the ground. You got me? So they're both saying the same thing, but it's a different message in terms of what they're trying to get their kids to do.
Yeah, obviously Coach Shoup saw that, Host was in a lot of trouble, and he got him out. And speaking of out, Spears just struck out.
See, notice that was a bad pitch, but it was moving. And that's what happened with these kind of pitchers. The ball moved. Watch how it moves in on him. Look at the movement, look.
Couldn't catch up with it.
Yeah.
Foul tip, catcher held it. Now to bring up Porter.
Yo, boy.
Porter, seems like every time he's around the dish at the plate, something good happens.
Yeah.
And let's see if that's the case here. I mean, every team just has those guys that's just,
Brian Banks was my guy.
Good things happen. Good things happen to good people.
Brian Banks is just incredible. What he used to do. We needed something started. He was there.
And that's what Porter's trying to do, get something started. Ground ball foul down the right side.
Couldn't run any steal a base. Couldn't run any steal a base. How you can't play for that kind of stuff.
There's no strategy for it, right?
Right. I'm talking about Brian Banks, not you, Ty. You could run.
Maria brings it inside. Yeah. Well, Coach, just shows you about stats, team stats. You break down the tournament. You look at the best teams in terms of pitching, hitting, defense, fielding, all of that. And just as you get down here to the Final Four, this pitch just misses. It's an interesting dynamic. Pitch just missed. And FAMU fans thought that should have been the end of the inning.
It was off the plate.
Full count, 3-2. Of course, you know, as we get later into this, every pitch, fans are going to be riding on every every borderline pitch.
Yeah.
Rattler fans, you hear them. Here's the 3-2. Fouls it off. Porter battling here.
And that's what you're supposed to do. We don't want to let this pitcher have a quick inning right now. He's really in a quick inning right now. He was about at 7 or 8 pitches. So you want to make him throw a few more pitches. Even if you can get a walk out of it. There you go. The Rattler fans are not happy, but this one was a little up, fans.
Well, Porter draws a walk, and it'll bring up Nathaniel Lay. Jaguars have had base runners in every inning. Both teams have
and a lot of walks. They had a lot of walks.
Yeah, a lot of walks. Host walked 3. And Maria just walked 1. So 4 walks the Jaguars have been issued in this game.
Yep.
Winner of this game advances to the championship round tomorrow. The loser, if FAMU loses this game, if Southern wins this game, they are in the championship round. If FAMU wins this game, these two teams will play a little bit later. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss. Have to kind of reset. So we could have, again, as few as 2. If Southern wins, and then later if Bama State wins, our championship matchup tomorrow is set. However, if FAMU wins and if Bethune-Cookman wins, we got 4 games today.
I think you want to play 4 games. You're not doing it in Ernie Banks. Let's play 2. Huh?
Well, we're going to play minimum 2. We're going to play a minimum. Okay. Ernie Banks is right on that one. We're going to play 2 today, minimum. Could play 2, could play 3, could play 4. It just depends.
I remember one day they were in Chicago. He was retired. He said, let's play 2. Then he said, man, it's hot out here.
Here's the pitch, a fly ball in the deep center field. And now the wind holds it up, and coming in to make the catch is Brown. And the side is retired. So the Jaguars strand their 3rd runner. We'll take a break here. When we come back, the Rattlers will have 3, 4, and 5. Roel, Hatchie, Bryant coming up. Jaguars with a 3-run lead here on the SWAC Digital Network.
Building champions for life didn't just happen overnight. Since 1920, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, SWAC, has been in the forefront in leadership and excellence in all our athletic programs. There are very few major sports halls of fame that a SWAC athlete is not a member. Hall of Fame coaches who were stewards and mentors to these elite athletes. Our tradition, our distinction, our legacy. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Grant Rowell will lead it off here in the 4th inning for the Rattlers. Ty Hanchey, L.J. Bryant to follow. 3, 4, and 5 for FAMU. Rattlers lose this game. Southern advances to the championship game. Rattlers win this game. We'll be back here later. 1 pitch. Jumping on the first pitch. Well hit deep left center field, and it's caught. That ball just kept carrying to deep left center field and hauled in by Rowland. 1 pitch. 1 out.
And that has happened 3 of the 4 innings. They swung on the very first pitch.
Well, so far, Roger Cador, for Christian Paul, he's taken his team into the fourth inning. Mission accomplished?
Oh, I would say, wouldn't you say? Haven't given up any runs. Now, Chris could get a little more greedy and say, maybe we can get 5, you know.
But considering not a lot of work during the regular years, you talked about basically kind of your midweek guy. Your offense gave you a quick start. This game is settled in. And for Paul, get his team into the fourth inning, and here's a base hit in the right field. Just as we talked about it, here comes FAMU's Hanchey with a base hit in the right field.
I mean, they're beginning to get much better swings on Paul, and this is what happened when you turn the lineup over. Now this is the second time around. They have a better feel and understanding what he's featuring. You got me?
Mm-hmm.
So this is where Chris has to be a little cautious. Make sure that, you know, he doesn't ask Paul to do more than he was expecting. Now, you know, he get out of here with no runs. Yeah, you send him out there in the fifth. Then you get that. Then you're really playing with house money.
Well, that's the first single for the Rattlers. That's their third hit, but the previous 2 were doubles. A double by Bryant and a double by Weber.
Now, he could get a ground ball here, and he could be out of the inning. See, what he's so good at is throwing the ball to the outer part of the plate. And these college kids who want to pull, they want to pull. Now, give credit to this hitter. He's closer to the plate than most of them because he realized he's being pitched away. Okay.
This is popped up, and it's going to land just out of play. Well, Coach, you know, interesting stat. You know, coming in, you know, you prepare for these things. You look at ebbs and flows and trends. You look at team pitching, the top teams in the league pitching. You got Bethune-Cookman number 1, Bama State number 2, FAMU number 3, and look at the teams that are here that's left.
Yeah.
Bethune, Bama State, FAMU. Southern number 7 in the league, but 3 of the 4 teams.
They're paying out. That pitching gets you there.
There's the pitch high and outside.
And it goes to show you, and if we look at that from the profession of Major League, everybody's trying to get pitching because they say pitching will take you there. Because it's more consistent than hitting. You got me?
Yeah.
You know, so I agree with you. I would, you know, and I know you keep going, looking at that chart, saying those pitching is what's gotten these teams here.
Yeah. I guess my point is, with Bethune and FAMU coming in, 2 of the top 3 teams in terms of pitching, could the mindset going forward with SWAC baseball from these coaches in 2023 is we got to get more arms if we want to make a deep run here and runner going, foul straight back. I mean, we know that the SWAC has always been a hitter's conference, and you can score a ton of runs. Jackson State can score a ton of runs. Texas Southern could score. But now we're seeing the top 3 teams in terms of pitching that are here in the Final Four. Do you think the mindset would change as far as coaches in the league when they look at their rosters and trying to recruit for next year, like, we got to get more arms? Or is this just a one-year thing?
No, it's not a one-year thing. Hold on a second.
Here's the pitch here, and here's a long fly ball foul.
Let's look at the makeup of the teams that are got the best pitching. Bethune-Cookman, Hispanic pitchers and white pitchers. Florida A&M, Hispanic pitchers, mainly white pitchers. Alabama A&M, Alabama State, Hispanic pitchers. That's why, you understand? And there's not a lot of African-American pitchers being developed around the country.
Runner going here. That was ball 4 and 2 on for the Rattlers.
We talk about the 4th inning could be where Kristen could be challenged. I noticed Christie's got ice running through his vein, but he needs to be careful.
Bullpen, well, there's no one in the bullpen. The dugout is getting stirred up, and now there will be some activity heading to the bullpen for Southern University.
Well, it should have been before then, and I see the kid in the middle with the blonde-looking hair, which is dyed, so he's not a blonde. He dyed his hair. He should be the kid that's coming in. He's from Texas. I would have had him up, you know. You know, it's pretty much a given. You got to understand what your players can give you. Christian has been really good.
Yeah, I think, you know, and we talked about it before the game. He's taken his team into the fourth. His team's got a little bit of offense for him. But now you got Robert Robinson. This is the middle of the lineup for FAMU. The shortstop fly to right his last time up. 2 on, 1 out. Jaguars scored 3 in the first. Knocked out FAMU starting pitcher Sean Host, who went 1 inning. Paul still in. Maria in for FAMU. Pitch is low. He's trying to bunt his way on there, Coach. Trying to keep the Jaguars a little bit on their feet. Squared up right there.
Well, it was trying to set a bunt for a hit. It was a different kind of bunt, but still, you got 1 out. You shouldn't be trying to bunt. You got a man on second base. But I understand you're trying to create offense any kind of way you can.
Here's the 1-1. Shot down the right side. Could this be trouble? Yes, it's a base hit. Could score at least 1, maybe 2. Robinson to second. 1 run is in. Runner has to get back to third. No throw. And Robinson puts FAMU on the board. RBI double. Scoring Hanchy. It was Hanchy and Bryant right behind each other. Hanchy scored. Bryant had to hustle back to third. An RBI double by Robinson, and the Rattlers are on the board.
That's a good piece of hitting.
Well, Robert Robinson with the base hit to beat Prairie View in Game 1 for the Rattlers, and a big RBI double here to put his team on the board. And now with 1 base hit here, Roger Cador, from Adam Haiti-Armada, we could have a tie game.
This is, this is so predictable. This is so predictable. There's no way I could just predict this and it happens. But that's the way it is. You got to understand your personnel.
Here's the pitch, popped up, foul.
And I always tell people I met Johnny Cochran. And he did the closing argument for O.J. Simpson. And no, from the serious part. And the one thing he mentioned to me, he said, I said, Johnny, why did you do the closing argument? He said, well, I knew my people. I knew the juror. And I always taken that, and I've always tell my coaches, you got to know your people. They are what they are. So that was the reason he did the closing argument. He understood the juror. Those were his people.
So you obviously understand.
Well, it's the same thing with the baseball team.
Yeah.
You got to know your people.
Rattlers can tie it. Shot in the shallow center, and it's going to be caught and dropped at center. A run is in. Runner to third. 3-2, Jaguars. Armstrong coming on strong, but he couldn't hold on to it. Left his feet, extension, couldn't get there.
Yeah.
That's 3-2. Luckett throwing in the bullpen for the Jaguars. Here comes Chris Crenshaw. This just be a mound visit by and Luckett some time in the bullpen? Or do you expect a change here, Roger
No, he's
Cador?
not going to make a change. The kid hadn't just started throwing.
So he's going to take his mound visit. We'll keep it right here. So, Roger Cador, here we go. You talked about the chess match, first 3 innings. I mean, Paul got his team to the 4th, but then the Rattlers get a couple here.
Well, I said, I thought that, he would understand 3 innings. Probably would be as good as he can get from him. And but he told me yesterday he didn't take Burkett out. And I said, why you left Burkett in when you know it was going to be a difficult situation? Well, he got me there. I said, yeah, but you know better. And he's just laughed. I said, keep it that ice vein running through your veins,
So if you were in this situation, no matter the score of the situation, Paul would have gone 3 and you would have gone another pitcher inning 4 regardless, right?
I would have taken him out after that first, whatever the first hitter did. He hit a double. What the first hitter did? Got a single.
Well, with one out, Hanchy single.
Yeah, and it was a lefty versus lefty. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So I would have gone to the bullpen. I would have had him ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, right now the Rattlers are ready to tie this game up. Jaguars looking for a double play. Badger at the plate, the catcher. So here comes FAMU. 2 runs, 3 hits in this 4th inning. But here, they got the runner hung up between third and home.
Oh, bad throw it. Oh!
Here's the throw to third, and he's out there. They were trying to squeeze. Third base coach Brett Richardson not happy with the way that unfolded. Jaguars will take it 2 out.
Well, the coach MO is that we get a run on third with less than 2. Let's try to squeeze him in. He's done it almost every time.
You can't lose a base runner in that situation.
Yeah.
A lot of steam's just been taken out of the Rattlers with that situation, but they still have a runner at second to tie it up.
Yeah.
Badger struck out his first time up. That could be called running yourself out of an inning, even though the inning is still transpiring. Here's a fly ball in the left center field, and it's going to end the inning, and the side is retired. Wow, the Rattlers, they get a couple, but it could have been much more as they ran themselves out of an inning as Badger flies to center. 2 runs on 3 hits, a runner lost on the bases, and 1 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Rattlers have stranded runners in the last 3 innings. They've left 3. Southern has left 3. Tab, Roll-On, and Wiley, 7, 8, 9, coming up after this on the SWAC Digital Network.
Building champions for life didn't just happen overnight. Since 1920, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, SWAC, has been in the forefront in leadership and excellence in all our athletic programs. There are very few major sports halls of fame that a SWAC athlete is not a member. Hall of Fame coaches who were stewards and mentors to these elite athletes. Our tradition, our distinction, our legacy. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Here in Birmingham, Alabama, Regents Field after day 1, part of day 2. Mother Nature was winning those 2 days, but as we begin this Memorial Day holiday, glad you can spend some time with us. Here's a ground ball to third, 1 pitch, long throw across, 1 out. As Hunter Tabb, thrown up by Hader Mata, jumping on the first pitch, 1 away. Interesting there, Coach. You know, FAMU sent 6 to the plate, and now you jump on the first pitch and ground out number 8 hitter J.J. Roll-On, who singled his last time up.
Yeah. At some point, you got to try and figure out how you can get this pitch count up because he pitched yesterday, right?
This is his 3rd appearance in the tournament, yeah.
This 3rd, so he's been pitching. But, again, as I mentioned to you, those pitches usually pitch better the tighter their arms are because they get more sink and movement. It's not about velocity with them, okay?
It's not going to blow you away.
No, it's about sinking. No.
And shallow center field. This could be trouble, but it's not. Shallow center field. Good speed by Brown.
3 pitches, 2 outs. You don't want them that quick.
So if you were head coach down there in that dugout,
you got to take this pitch.
I mean, are you a I mean, regardless of the score, I mean, you have quick innings like that where, like you said, 3 pitches, 2 out. As a coach, no matter what the score, is that concerning?
Well, it's because this is the bottom of your order. You know, if your third, fourth, fifth hold hitter is swinging aggressively, you're not going to say anything. You got me?
Yeah. Well, this is the bottom of the lineup here in Wiley.
You want them to extend the strike, you know, make some pitches.
Wiley hitting with fielder's choice. Southern University came back to beat Jackson State, down 4-1 at one point, then down 7-0 against this FAMU team and won 8-7. They were up 3-0. Now it's 3-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Starting pitcher for FAMU, host lasted 1 inning. This is the 3rd inning for Moria. Now, so if you're Coach Shoup, Coach, all right, so the game's kind of settled in here. Your team's kind of got back in it. You're looking at Moria. This is his 3rd appearance.
You let him ride. You ride with him because he's doing good.
Okay.
What he's done is taken some momentum away from Southern.
Mm-hmm. Here's a check swing. Did he go around? They check at first. Oh, they don't check at first. Home plate umpire says, yes, he went around.
Yeah.
Side is retired. And Maria has kept the Jaguars right where they are. And now the Rattlers coming up here in the top of the 5th inning with 9-1-2. Brown, Weber, and Perini coming up. Let's see here if Paul will be coming out. Well, Chris Crenshaw out, heading towards the home plate umpire, so maybe a change coming up. We'll tell you about it after this on the SWAC Digital Network.
The SWAC, considered the premier HBCU conference in the country, and currently ranks among the elite conferences in the nation. With this list of 12 elite schools, each contributing to the growth of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Academically, competitively, and athletically to become the preeminent conference in the nation. The SWAC, building champions for life. The SWAC, considered the premier HBCU conference in the country, and currently ranks among the elite conferences in the nation. With this list of 12 elite schools, each contributing to the growth of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Academically, competitively, and athletically to become the preeminent conference in the nation. The SWAC, building champions for life.
Well, as expected, pitching change for the Jaguars. The redshirt freshman Nick Luckett, 5'10", 140-pounder from Houston, Texas, on the mound for the Jaguars. So both starting pitchers are done. This game now belongs to Luckett. Here's the pitch, strike called. We're underway. Luckett and Maria. This game belongs to both of them here as we are in the top of the 5th inning. So, Coach, you talked about this, how for this pitcher Luckett, he's pitched against Missouri, Townsend, Texas San Antonio, Houston, Texas State. So a lot of those non-conference games, he's been a part of that action.
Yes, he has. He weighs 140 pounds. That's wow. Soaking wet, huh?
There's a shot, and it's a base hit, taking it the other way. Off the bat of the number 9 hitter, Will Brown.
Ooh, the 9th hole hitter, huh?
9th hole hitter. We've seen teams at the bottom of the lineup just getting it done, and that time, that's what Will Brown did, just taking it the other way. So now the leadoff man is on. Tying run at first, go ahead run at the plate, and Jared Weber, who fouled out to third and doubled.
Now, I've got to think that you got to consider the bunt here, knowing the way Coach plays. He's got to play to say, let's go for the tie.
Yeah, you have to assume that. Luckett brings it home. He's swinging.
That's unusual.
Pitch
Okay.
is high. Interesting here, Coach Shoup. At least right now, letting your leadoff hitter swing away. Wonders he figures he's back in the game. He's got the leadoff man at the plate. You got the heart of the lineup, perhaps, his pitch up in hand. And you could just let it fly here. If this were maybe the 8th inning, Coach, I'm thinking, yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah, certainly, yes.
If it was 3-0, I would think he would probably sack. But he figures his team is back in it.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch and shot, and it's a base hit right center field. Runners on at first and second for FAMU.
Maybe that's why. Now it's a better bunt situation. He's got a much better bunt situation right here.
Well, Weber 2 for 3. And now it will bring up Perini. FAMU coaches out-hit Southern 7-3 in this game. And the Rattlers have a chance to tie it up. 2 on, none out. The 2-hole hitter Perini stands in. He fouled out, grounded to third.
Let's see if he's going to put it down. There you go.
Pitch is low. Now you've got a pitcher here, Coach, that coming in trying to keep the momentum going. Paul lasted innings, and now you've got this pitcher here trying to at least get out of this inning. And
it's a lot different pitching when you're up 3-0, or 3-2. You don't have a lot of areas to make mistake.
And he's squaring the bunt. He's giving himself up here.
Yeah, you got to let him bunt it. He might bunt it, pop it up.
Here's the 2-0. Chopper foul.
You know.
What type of, as a pitcher, Coach, you know you're facing a guy that's going to give himself up. Curveball, fastball, what do you throw
Fastball.
here?
Throw him a fastball. Something you got better control of. You want him to try and bunt. It doesn't mean he's going to bunt it down. He still could pop it up. Remember, hit a round object being thrown, moving, trying to bunt with a round object. Very difficult.
2-1 is clearly Perini giving himself up here. First and second, leadoff single by Brown, single by Weber.
That's why baseball is so difficult.
His pitch is inside, and now you're a pitch away from loading him up.
If that was Byron Banks, he would let that ball hit him. That's all I could think about. That's why he was such a doing winner.
Count is 3-1. Big pitch right here. Full count.
See, that's why you got to throw a strike. It's hard to bunt. They don't do that every day.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. He tried to lay it down, running it straight back. Now he's got to protect the plate here. Full count 3-2. Will Perini still try to give himself up, or he's just going to try to protect the plate, swing away?
Swing away.
Here's the 3-2. Bases loaded. 2 singles and a walk. Bases loaded. Nobody out for the Rattlers. Their best chance of this Saturday morning. And now to bring up the 3-hole hitter, Roel, you got Hanchy and Bryant coming up for the Rattlers. Rattlers were down 3-0. Looked like Southern's going to hit it all over the yard. You bring in Maria. He closes the door. Rattlers get a run or two. And now they have the bases loaded here. Nobody out.
You remember Southern had first and second, nobody on, and they weren't able to get the bunt down, and it took away the momentum. You know, and they hadn't been able to muster anything since, so that's a good job by coach to bring in Marina when he did.
Here's a ground ball foul down the left side. Nick Luckett taking the place of Christian Paul for the Jaguars. And obviously Luckett is in some trouble. Bases loaded. Brown at third. Weber at second. Perini at first.
He's in some trouble? I would say a whole lot of trouble.
Bases loaded. Jaguars will probably trade 2 for 1. This pitch is inside. When we say 2 for 1, obviously a double play for giving up a run. They're back at second and short, expecting that.
If it hits the third or first, they should come home.
It should come home.
That should be. Or third got the option to go to second. But, you know.
Here's the 2-1. Inside, 3-1. Jaguar bullpen continues to be active. You lose this guy, we got a tie game.
With a lot more possibility. This could be the big inning fam you've been looking for. You know, you can get the aid with walks. Walks always are an asset.
Here's the 3-1.
That is.
Tie game.
Walks are an asset. You don't have to swing the bat.
So this pitcher Luckett coming in. 2 singles, 2 walks, so run is in.
Probably someone need to go talk, probably try to settle him down a little. This is 4th hitter. He hadn't gotten anybody out.
And Dylan Miller throwing in the bullpen for the Jaguars. 3-3 game, brand new game. Rattlers have out-hit the Jaguars 7-3, and we got a 3-3 game, bases loaded, still nobody out. Pitch strike called to Hanchy. He singled to right field, fouled out to third. Bases loaded, nobody out. Weber at third, Perini at second. Royal at first, 3-3 game. Went down on one knee to try to get that one, Coach, 1-1.
Mm-hmm. These are the situations that help coaches to earn their salary. You know what I'm saying? Because people expecting you to figure out something to get out of this mess.
This pitch misses outside. Chevy, a proud supporter of the SWAC and historically black colleges and universities. We could have as few as 2 games, as many as 4. If Southern wins this game, they eliminate FAMU, and they're on to Sunday. If FAMU wins this game, we'll be right back here later on as these 2 teams will play for a spot in the championship round. Here's a shot up the middle. It's a base hit. Weber scores. Third base coach Brett Richardson holds up Perini. 4-3 FAMU. RBI single by Hanchy. Scores Weber. Perini at third. Roy at second. Hanchy with a timely base hit here, Coach. And all of a sudden, the Rattlers have battled back from 3-0 to grab the lead.
Well, they got a chance to score a whole lot more runs right here. Nobody's out. The pitcher has no way of solving the problem of them. They're not trying to overswing. And he just doesn't have any good stuff from what I can see.
Pitcher throwing in the bullpen, Miller. Chris Crenshaw elects to stay with Luckett for now. 1-0. Well, a tough inning for Luckett. Single by Brown, single by Weber. 2 straight walks, 1 to tie the game, and a single by Hatchie brings the Rattlers into the lead.
This could be big right here.
There's a dribbler to third, throw home. Yes, 5-2, getting the lead runner. 5-2 fielder's choice, 1 out. First out in the inning for the Jaguars. Bases remain loaded. That play was right there in front of third, Coach. Easy decision to make there.
Oh, yeah. A baby could make that decision. You know. Now, had he thrown to first, I think the whole stage would have come after. No, that's beautiful, though.
Play right there in front of Tab. 5-2 on the fielder's choice. Bases remain loaded. A check swing here for Robert Robinson. His RBI double got the Rattlers going. Made it 3-1, and now he's got a bases loaded, 1 out situation in front of him. 4 in for the Rattlers. They lead 4-3 after trailing 3-0. 1 hop. Everybody stays right where they are. Well, how long, Coach, do you go with Luckett?
I don't know. There's nobody throwing now, so he must be loose over there.
Yeah, Miller throwing. Yeah, he stopped throwing. I think he's probably ready to go.
You can't go much longer with him because he doesn't have it. Oh, maybe a double play.
Here's 6-4 over the first, and it's a double play.
Wow.
Jaguars get out of the jam. Well, just as I talked about it, a pitcher's best friend, the old 6-4-3 double play. Tailor-made, as they say. 6-4-3 double play. Side is retired, but FAMU sends 7 to the plate. 4 runs, 3 hits, a fielder's choice, a double play. Rattlers strand 1. And we will take a break here as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Jaguars once up 3-0, now down 4-3. And when we come back, top of the lineup, Armstrong, Doris, and Burgos coming up here on the SWAC Digital Network.
In 1920, an athletic league was formed and slowly became one of the leading sports associations in the world of collegiate athletics, the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Today, the SWAC is looking towards the next century, growing, supporting, and transforming our intercollegiate sports activities for student athletes and promoting academic excellence. Each SWAC member institution represents a high level of integrity and sportsmanship. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Birmingham, Alabama, Regents Field. It's warming up outside, and it's warming up here on the field. Jaguars once led 3-0, down 4-3, bottom of the 5th inning. Glad you can join us here on the SWAC Digital Network. It's been back and forth, kind of what we expected. Charles Edmond with the Hall of Famer Roger Cador. Any surprises here, Coach?
Not really. I think it's a real good game. Still a lot of baseball left to play. Southern historically plays better late. They have a little better concentration. So, we'll see what happens. Now, FAMU has to prove that it can hold this lead. You got me? Can't let it get away from them.
Well, this is the 4th inning of work for Moria. So you got to keep an eye on that. Here's the pitch. Called, 3rd strike. Armstrong caught looking, 1 away. Maria's done a nice job in settling the Jaguars down. His offense has got it going. He has a lead to work with, and Doris stands in for the Jaguars. He's 1 for 2.
Not going to be able to pull this guy. You're going to have to take it where he's pitching it to.
Doris 1 for 2. Don't forget, Bethune-Cookman, Alabama State. Centoria Black will bring that one to you. If FAMU wins this game, I'll be back later as these two teams will meet again for a trip to the championship round. Ground ball to short. Robinson, 2 out.
You know why he's able to go that many innings? His pitch count is down. He's getting out 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pitches per inning. And that he fool around, he can go into the 7 innings.
Because he's not, excuse me, Coach, because he's not a hard thrower, does that make a difference in terms of how long he can go?
Well, he can go a long time. He's not the injury situation is not as prominent, you know?
The pitch from the sidewinder, Maria, strike call to Burgos, who's 0 for 2. The old momentum is shifted to FAMU.
And Charles, he's more throwing from a natural situation with sidearm.
It's a fly ball to first. Inning over. Well, the Rattlers have the old momentum going right now as Roel with the catch off the bat of O'Neal Burgos. Side is retired. And for this pitcher, Moria, Roger Cador, 7 in a row has been set down. We'll take a break here. When we come back, we'll have the top of the 6th inning, bottom of the lineup, 8, 9, and 1. Hader Mata, Badger, Brown, coming up here on the SWAC Digital Network.
The SWAC, considered the premier HBCU conference in the country, and currently ranks among the elite conferences in the nation. With this list of 12 elite schools, each contributing to the growth of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Academically, competitively, and athletically to become the preeminent conference in the nation. The SWAC, building champions for life.
Gatorade is a proud supporter of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. When you give everything, Gatorade gives it back. Life is a sport, drink it up. Gatorade, a proud supporter of the SWAC. Plenty of Gatorade and water up here in the booth, trying to stay hydrated. Hope you are too during this Memorial Day holiday. Our producer, James Crenshaw, great camera work by Des Rogers, Lauren Sutton, and Roosevelt Smith with the Hall of Famer Roger Cador, Charles Edmond here, and this is what we expected, didn't we, Coach Cador?
Yes, we did, yes. We certainly did.
Southern jumped out 3-0, started fast, but the Rattlers come back. Here's a fly ball foul off, and it's going to be 0-2 off the bat of Adam Hader Mota. He's 1 for 2. His RBI single made it 3-2. Badger Brown to follow for the Rattlers, trying to extend their season another 6 hours. If they win this game, they'll be right back here at 3 o'clock to take on Southern. For the Jaguars, they're trying to eliminate FAMU and advance to the championship round. Centoria Black will have a good chess match, I think, Coach. Bethune-Cookman, Bama State. Is the word chess match the right word, or do you expect this to be? Oh, batter hit here. Is Hader Mata a hit?
I don't know if it's going to be chess match.
It's going to be chess or checkers, you think, in that game later?
I don't know. I think it's either they're going to pitch, throw the ball, they hit, the batters hit it, and they catch it. That's what better happen.
Well, Bethune-Cookman, the number 1 pitching staff in the league. Bama State, the number 2 pitching staff in the league. So those numbers would indicate maybe a low-scoring game, but who knows?
Who knows? This is a low-scoring game.
It is. Badger at the plate. Is pitch strike called. And then we talked about the pitching, but then you look at the top teams in terms of hitting. You got Bama State number 4, Southern number 7, FAMU number 8, Bethune-Cookman number 11 in terms of hitting. So the pitching numbers definitely reflect why teams are here. Mm-hmm. Hitting, maybe not so much. Then you look at fielding. Some of the top teams in the conference in terms of fielding, a butt here, and he missed it. So you have Bama State with 62 errors, Bethune-Cookman at 78, FAMU at 89, Southern at 91. How much does fielding percentage play into this thing?
It plays a lot because they're going to be – there's a potential 27 ground balls could be hit.
Yes.
If you 9 innings. So my point is you got to be able to catch the ball because the ball could be put in play that many times. And once that happens, it gives the pitchers confidence.
Ooh. There's a fastball just missed. And obviously, you're not happy there, Coach.
Yeah, that was a pretty close pitch here.
Miller, who replaced Luckett, who replaced
Paul. It's off
Paul.
the plate. It's off the plate.
He was expecting the call there.
Yeah, he was expecting. So if he throws it there again, he'll get it.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss.
Yeah.
So Badger strikes out for the second time, 1 on, 1 out. Number 9 hitter, Will Brown. Well, if this is a precursor of what we're going to see the rest of this day, we're going to be in for a long day of baseball the way it's going. Jaguars looking to eliminate FAMU and advance to the SWAC championship title game tomorrow, which will be on ESPN3.com.
Will you be doing that game?
No, I will not.
Oh.
I will be watching it on ESPN3.com. A pitch, swing, and a miss. Brown 1 for 2.
Against Miller, FAMU is not taking good cuts now. I'm noticing this they're swinging different against him than they did against Luckett and Paul. They're swinging up.
Jalen Armstrong under this one. 2 away. So leadoff batter Hader Mata was hit, but since Badger strikes out and Brown flies to center and 2 away. Leadoff man Weber at the plate for FAMU. He's 2 for 3, fouled out, single and doubled.
He's had a good day.
Jaguars will have 4, 5, and 6 Spears, Porter, and Lay coming up for Southern in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch inside, ball 1 from Miller.
I think if Crenshaw could do it all over with, he would have gone to Miller rather than Luckett. Now, during the course of the year, Luckett was affected, obviously. That's why he went to him.
There's a ground ball to third, throw to second, inning over.
You know, it's just amazing, though. This is why I tell you, you don't know what you're getting when you go in that bullpen. You don't know.
You absolutely have no idea, and you are right. And we saw it last night with the FAMU game, obviously with Prairie View and then Grambling Bethune-Cookman.
Right.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, just getting started here. The first of minimum 2, max 4. Centoria Black will have the next game. Bethune-Cookman, Bama State here. Bottom 6 coming up for the Jaguars, Spears, Porter, and Lay. After this on the SWAC Digital Network. The Hall of Famer Roger Cador, Charles Edmond here on a beautiful, warm morning here in Birmingham, Alabama. Regions Field, fans both sides encouraging their favorite teams. Check swing here by Spears, did not go around. Ball one, we are underway.
He's getting a lot of half swings and feeble swing.
There's a little flare down the left side, and it's going to drop foul. Spears 0 for 1 with a walk. Porter 0 for 1 with a walk, and Lay 0 for 2. And, Coach, you're looking at this pitcher. He has set down 7 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Jaguars have not had a base runner since the 3rd inning. They have not had a base hit since the 2nd inning.
Mm-hmm. That's a long time. Sort of what they went through yesterday, and then they caught fire. Maybe Ty Porter can get it done again. He's coming up next.
Pitch to Spears, low. Southern had the early morning game, got the win. Got a chance to get off their feet, so they've been kind of, I wouldn't say lounging around all day, but probably lounging around all day. Here's the pitch. Shot up the middle, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Single for Spears. That's the way you get it started.
It doesn't have to be hit hard. Long as it got seen eyes, and it falls in.
Well, that's what happened there. Seeing eye base hit, right center field. So to bring up Taj Porter. All right, do you expect a sack here, Coach?
No.
No. You're down a run, leadoff man on. You just had a pitcher set down 7 in a row. You wouldn't try to sacrifice here, get a couple of cracks at it?
Yeah, you got that hole open there between first and second. And if you let him swing away, too, the danger of a double play because it's not fleet of foot. So you got some issues that you.
Well, he's definitely swinging, and Porter pulls his foul.
Yeah, but I think now that the lineup has flipped over again with this pitcher, it might be a little different, you know?
Yeah.
Keep in time, every time the lineup flips over, you get to see him a little better than the last time.
4-3. FAMU's rallied from 3-0 down, trying to extend their season to another game later today. There's a ground ball to first, steps on the bag, 3-4, double play, or 3-6.
That was the concern. That was the concern.
3-6 double play. Ground ball right to Roel, steps on first, throw over to Robinson at second, a 3-6 double play.
That's okay.
I'll bring up Nathaniel Lay, but we've got a pinch hitter coming up here for the Jaguars. Lay, the DH 0 for 2.
Latulis.
Yeah, Michael Latulis, the freshman. So we'll pinch hit for Lay. Base is empty. 2 out. For Maria, check swing, strike called. Interesting substitution there, Coach, on the DH. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, he wanted to go lefty hitter against a righty pitcher.
Time called. Time called, and the home plate umpire coming out.
Must have given a warning.
Well, there was something said down there in the dugout.
I'm sure they didn't tell him we love the fact that you called that pitch a strike.
As you can expect, the intensity, the passion picks up.
Oh, it gets even higher. It's still down the road.
Here's a check swing here. They check at third. It did not go around. The count is 1-1.
Oh, his ball is really sinking, Charles.
And you said the longer you go,
the more it sinks.
the more it sinks. So
The
that's even-
tighter his arm gets is just a natural thing. I've had those kind of guys, and you had to know that. You know, if they're too strong, they're not effective. You know what I'm saying? You want them weak, tired. Well, not weak, but tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Count is 2-1. So the longer it sinks, the worse it is for the offense.
Oh, yeah.
He's right out in front here, 2-2.
See, they can't square the ball up. That's the best way I can put it.
Well, the starter, Sean Host, lasted 1 inning. Sixth inning of work for this pitcher. Misses outside. Bullpen just chilling for FAMU.
Why should they move?
Obviously, Coach Shoup feels comfortable. Man, he got Host out of there quickly. An inning pitch, 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 walks. Just got a piece of it.
He's trying to pull the ball too. This is not a good thing. You know, what he's going to do is sink the ball away from him. You know, that's what this kind of pitcher does. The ball is not going to really break into the bat.
Full
unless
count.
he miss.
The long one in the right field, and we have a tie game.
He threw a straight one. Pinch hitter.
Tullius just tied it up on a 3-2 pitch. Three, 2 pitch, and Coach.
Look at it over the plate. You can't miss over the plate. Look. And what a beautiful swing. Right over the plate. Here we go again. Look at that. Didn't miss it. And he didn't swing hard. That's the beauty of it when you just do all your fundamentals right, the mechanics right. The bat and the velocity of the ball will do the work.
4-4. And now Coach Shoup coming out. And I wonder, he's talking about maybe the celebration or something was said.
Listen, a lot of things going to be said. You know, it's... You know, the kid hit a home run, tied the game. Somebody doesn't like it, so they say something. Somebody pop off at the mouth. You know what I'm saying? You just forget it and say, hey, guys, forget it. Let's move on.
Unbelievable. It just shows you never know.
Well, this is why it's a great game. Here's a guy had played all day.
This pitch strike call to Hunter Tabb. Michael Tullius.
Now he's got somebody else talking. See, nobody wants somebody. Look here.
I think someone has just been tossed here.
No, I don't know.
He's been pointed out.
Oh, he's telling. The assistant coach needs to watch himself. There's a rule. They don't want the assistant coach to argue with the umpire.
Now the emotions are getting involved. Umpire pointing in Southern's dugout.
So let's see if the third base coach was the one. It couldn't have been him. He was pointing in the dugout,
yeah,
and he was in the third base box, so really shouldn't have been him. Let's see. Okay, now it had to be the third base coach because I noticed the first base coach is coming in. See, this is what happens. You can't let your emotion cause problem that disrupts your team. You know, the kid hits a home run, celebrated. Nah, it's only a tie game. Let's see.
Well, obviously, they're going to talk it over here. Chris Crenshaw out. Coach Shoop still, well, he was in the dugout. He's outside the dugout. He was pointing.
Yeah. Okay, the kid is gone. He's running out. I don't know who it was. I couldn't see the number. Were we able to see the number?
I was not able
It
to
looked
see.
like it could have been luck. It could. He did run up the stairs.
Well, we don't know who was ejected from this game.
Number 30. Who?
Oh.
Number 30.
That's Battaglia.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Battaglia has been ejected from this game. Good camera work. Well, Battaglia is a guy, is an arm, a right-handed pitcher. So Battaglia has gone up into the stands. Apparently he has been ejected. The umpire was pointing at someone into the dugout for Southern University.
And it was him.
It was, we are assuming.
See, if they need him, see, he can't help him now. You lose a game if you get suspended or thrown out of a game. So he's, you got me? He would have been tomorrow's, if they get in, starter. You know.
Well, I wonder also you can protest that ejection. Time called here. Now the umpires.
We got words were exchanged between both teams on the home run. That's why it happened.
And it all just came
And
apart.
I knew it probably was something like that. Somebody popped off at the mouth. And see, Battaglio should have known he can't get involved in that. You know, he's a senior. You can't do it.
Now both teams have been warned. Coach Shoop's coming out. Now here comes Coach Crenshaw. So both teams have been warned. Battaglia apparently has been ejected from this game for the Jaguars. Well, it's all started after a home run by Latulius, and there were obviously some emotions on that home run, and the rest of it has led to an ejection.
It's just a sad situation, I tell you.
Hunter Tabb at the plate for the Jaguars. Oh, this is the most energy we've seen. I mean, for FAMU, their season's on the line. They battled back from 3-0 down. They led 4-3, and now it's a 4-4 game. Tabb at the plate and a foul off to the left side.
This is something.
A lot to unpack there, Coach, for sure. A lot to unpack right there.
Well, you know, this should never have happened.
Tabb, a chopper to short. Robinson across the scoop. Got him. Side is retired. But Latulius' home run has tied it at 4. Brand new game again through 6. Southern, FAMU. Rattlers win. We got another game with the Jaguars. A Jaguar win, they eliminate FAMU. We'll take a break here. When we come back, 2, 3, and 4, Perini, Roel, Hanchy coming up here on the SWAC Digital Network.
Building champions for life didn't just happen overnight. Since 1920, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, SWAC, has been in the forefront in leadership and excellence in all our athletic programs. There are very few major sports halls of fame that a SWAC athlete is not a member. Hall of Fame coaches who were stewards and mentors to these elite athletes. Our tradition, our distinction, our legacy. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Visit the official tournament website, SWAC.org. You can access game previews, photo galleries, team roster stats, live stat links, and more. Go to SWAC.org for more information. 4-4 game here in the top of the 7th inning. Pitcher Battaglia for Southern was in the dugout, was ejected. Here's a base hit into left field. Perini on base for the second time, a leadoff single to left. So, Coach, again, Battaglia was ejected. You saw him going up in the stands. Probably one of the assistant coaches went up there with him. So his availability, Coach, is he done for the tournament? If there's another game, if Southern loses this game, would he be available today? Or
he wouldn't be available today. The rules is you get a one-game suspension. Now, you asked me off the air, could he appeal? I don't know. I never had that happen, so I really don't know.
Maybe we'll try to get a ruling here. I think the ump's booth is right next to ours. We'll see if it's possible that it could be an appeal process.
And usually in America, they can appeal even murder convictions. So you got to think this is a possibility. You got me?
And you had a situation where a coach was ejected in the bracket final game and filed an appeal. Here's a fly ball into right, one out.
Yeah.
That's Spears with the fly ball.
That coach you're talking about at the time it happened, they have clamped down a little more strenuous on, you got me? Because more things are happening, you got me? They don't want kids or coaches to think they can get away with that kind of stuff. So they don't want to let them off the hook.
So that appeals process, so we'll find out. We'll see if that's.
I know your sources will bring it to you.
Yeah.
You have good sources.
Well, Battaglia is a key piece in that pitching rotation for the Jaguars. One out, Hanchy at the plate. 4-4 game, top of the 7th inning. Here's a base hit, right center field. Perini had to hold up. He's going to make the turn, get into third. Here is the throw, and it is too late.
It's now. It's not he's doing for Perini. Now it's number one.
So we have first and third here for the Jaguars.
It's now.
Now Hanchy with the base hit. And it's first and third, Roger Cador, and here comes FAMU.
Yeah. Can I go back to that ejection?
Well, let's clear up here again. Niles is the pinch runner.
No, he was the hitter. Niles got the hit.
Niles got the hit, okay.
He must have been something, must have pinch hit for, it must have ran for the number
19?
Yeah.
So
and then he was in the game as the pinch hitter. Was he DHing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there it is then.
All right, so yeah, you're making a point here.
Yeah, the ejection. This is why this is a team sport and not an individual sport. You can't let your own ego get involved when this happened and hurt the team. You got me? And that's really all that was. Because it wasn't nothing major. It was a home run. What else could have happened? Your teammate hit it. You got me? Certainly the other team wasn't taunting him.
Yeah, I mean, the umpires just really, we're trying to get a handle on it.
That's all.
And then just some extra stuff was said. And
there it is. Because the umpires immediately didn't throw him out. They were trying to get it under control.
L.J. Bryant at the plate. First and third. Pitch to Bryant, check swing. So first and third here in this top 7.
A pitcher's best friend is in order here.
FAMU Niles at third.
Both bullpens are really quiet.
Curve high and inside. And now Miller, the third pitcher for Southern, who replaced Burkett, who replaced Paul. Tie game here in the 7th inning. Fastball, ground ball to second. The double play, 4-6-3, inning over.
We talked about the pitcher's best friend. Let's see if they're going to appeal.
I don't think so.
Oh, the shortstop was in really. Oh, yeah, he's out. Yeah.
Well, the Jaguars get a double play and get out of the jam. And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 4-4 with Rolon, Wiley, and Armstrong. 8, 9, and 1 coming up after this.
The SWAC, considered the premier HBCU conference in the country, and currently ranks among the elite conferences in the nation. With this list of 12 elite schools, each contributing to the growth of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Academically, competitively, and athletically to become the preeminent conference in the nation. The SWAC, building champions for life.
All right, we are in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cricket keeping you connected to the things that matter the most with the best plans. Here's a shot fair down the right side. Extra bases for Rolon. At least a double. Makes the turn. Heading into third, and he is there with a leadoff triple.
Roll on. Roll on, baby. Roll on.
Good piece of hitting there to get the Jaguars started in the 7th.
They're beginning to get better swing at the pitcher now. He's getting a little tired. I think the coaches realize that, so he's got his bullpen about to get up. He really did a good job with not going too wide on running the bases.
Well, Ben Kreisen warming up in the bullpen for the Rattlers. Coach Shoup coming out. I think this is just a visit to get Kreisen warming up in the bullpen. What about that triple by Roland, Coach?
Well, the ball, we talked about the balls in the corners. It took a little bad bounce there and got by the right fielder, which allowed, we were thinking two.
Yeah.
And then once that ball got by him, he was able to make three very easy.
Well, this has been some 2 games between these 2 teams. You were talking about it, Coach, when you were coaching at Southern. How often was that a pretty good rivalry, FAMU Southern? Was that kind of a good home and home deal?
Only played them maybe 3-4 times during my time there. So,
I mean, they're not Tallahassee and Baton Rouge, not that far apart. They'll be a good,
Well, it didn't make sense because when you make your schedule, the AD is looking at a bus, hotel, food.
Yeah.
You look in the cost, and he said for 3 games, you can find local teams you could play that you only go. You got me?
Yeah.
So that's really what that was about.
Well, Coach Shoup was waiting for the home plate umpire to come out. He had his arms folded and all.
Yeah.
And I was told that coaches that sometimes that's done intentionally.
Yeah, it's done intentionally.
To let your pitcher warm up.
Let him warm up. Because they were. Yeah, what else could it be saying to the pitcher?
Yeah.
You know.
All right, so a triple here by Rolon, and here we go. The Jaguars have a chance after being down 4-3. They tied it up on the home run by Latulius, and now
we got the bottom of the order here.
The bottom of the order.
Your favorite spot, the 9th hole.
Well, the last 3 hitters in Southern's lineup has been on base 4 times, and Wiley, a fielder's choice, struck out, 3rd at bat here. Pitch, strike called. For this pitcher, Coach, this kind of the game plan, you'd expect him to be in the game at this point? Just knowing what they have. He came in the 2nd inning after the starter, Host, went 1 inning. This is 6th inning of work. There's a shot in the left. It's a base hit. Jaguars have the lead. Maybe extra bases for Wiley. Makes the turn. Stand-up double. Southern with a 5-4 lead.
I would say he's really tired right now. And his ball has flattened out, which, I'm trying to look at I got to think this was his last hitter. Look where the ball stays in the middle of the plate. It did sink some. But normally when you see those kind of swings, the ball is in the center of the plate.
Well, Jaguars here in the 7th have rallied from 4-3 down. Jaguars started 3-0. Rattlers scored 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th to lead 4-3. Jaguars with runs in the 6th and 7th to lead 5-4. Back and forth we go. Armstrong at the plate. He struck out, hit into a fielder's choice and walked. 5-4 Jaguars.
I got to think Armstrong is bunting here. I've got to believe he is.
Nobody out. He's swinging.
Oh, surprise. Got to swing at strikes too, though, if you're going to swing. You got to make the manager or the coach feel good about letting you swing. You got me? We saying to you, okay, we're not going to take the bat out of your hand, but give me a good swing. Swing at a strike.
Of course, this scenario here, FAMU trying to beat Southern and force another game later. The Jaguars trying to eliminate the Rattlers and move on to Sunday.
Now he's bunting.
Pitch misses outside. Coming up next, Bethune-Cookman, Alabama State. Same scenario there. If Bama State beats Bethune-Cookman, they're in the championship round tomorrow. The Wildcats trying to beat Bama State and force a game at 6 o'clock tonight. We can have as few as 2, as many as 4 games here today.
I think Coach took put the bunt on because he took a bad first swing. He may put it back. Well, there it is.
Pitch strike called.
You have to be committed to do what it takes to help the team here. You understand?
1-2 the count. Home plate umpire ushering Armstrong back in the batter's box.
Now you have to be committed. Boy, when you're part of a team and you have to do something to help the team, it really takes a commitment. Forget about your ego.
Late swing, found it in the Jaguar dugout. Very late swing right there.
Well, he just that's a good one.
Yeah.
At least he fouled it off. I always go back to 1975. Barney Carbo. He took a little league swing and against Raleigh Eastward. And the next pitch, he hits out of in the center field bleachers. So we'll see what happened here.
Count is 1-2.
Let's see what happens. Look at that.
Base hit in the left field. And it's first and third for the Jaguars.
That's why you can't. He didn't hit it in the center field bleachers, but he got a hit. That little league swing led to this.
Well, Coach Shoup is still in the dugout here, Coach.
Oh, he's coming out. He's got to come out.
Now he comes out. Okay.
Oh, he's got to come out. Because he doesn't want his team to feel he's giving up. He's got to make that move. You're only one run down, okay?
Yep.
And they know this guy has given him as much as he can.
He's gone 6 innings. So we'll take a break right here. Pitching change coming up for the Rattlers as they try to stay alive. Jaguars with the lead here on the SWAC Digital Network.
Building champions for life didn't just happen overnight. Since 1920, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, SWAC, has been in the forefront in leadership and excellence in all our athletic programs. There are very few major sports halls of fame that a SWAC athlete is not a member. Hall of Fame coaches who were stewards and mentors to these elite athletes. Our tradition, our distinction, our legacy. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
You are looking at Ben Kreisen on the mound for FAMU. This is his second appearance in the tournament. He pitched an inning and a third in this postseason with 2 strikeouts. Pitch here. They check over at first. He did not go around. Devontae Doris doubled, fly to second, and hit to short. Jaguars have a 5-4 lead, a run in this 7th inning. 8 hits for the Jaguars. Pitch strike called. Kreisen took the place of Maria, who took the place of the starter, Sean Host, who only went 1 inning for FAMU. Pitch misses outside.
Quick pitch there.
Well, obviously, with nobody out in this inning, Jaguars have first and third. This is a big sequence here for FAMU.
It's a big sequence for Southern.
And a big sequence for Southern trying to add to it.
There you go.
Here's a ground ball to short. It's a base hit. 6-4 Jaguars. Runners to first and third. He's out there at third.
Come on.
Well, Armstrong out at third. That play was right there in front of the left fielder.
Yeah.
Well, an RBI by Doris.
Armstrong wouldn't steal second, but he'll try to do it on this. That guy's looking right at him.
Yeah, what was Armstrong thinking right there? Runner at second. First out in the inning.
He just committed a cardinal sin in baseball. Armstrong just did.
What's that?
Making the first and third out at third base.
There's a fly ball in the left field off the bat of Burgos. 2 out. Burgos 0 for 4. Struck out, grounded out to the pitcher. Flied out and flied again to left. 2 out. Quickly.
That cardinal sin will kill you.
Well, the Jaguars have rallied after being down 4-3. A run in the 6th, 2 here in the 7th. 2 out.
If you do that in Major League Baseball, you could lose your job. They really frown upon that. Especially with that play.
And that play was right in front of Armstrong.
Exactly. That's now, you know, if it's a situation where the guy have to go to his left or right and in there, but that kind of play they don't like that.
I don't know if he was going all that fast either. I think he probably thought he had it beat. He had the bag at third.
If he could run, he should have stole second base. That's the point I'm making. He had an opportunity.
Spears 1 for 2 with a walk. His pitch is low and outside. So now with 2 out, we can look at the 8th inning. You got 6, 7, and 8 coming up for the Rattlers. They were up 4-3 at one point. They're down right now 6-4.
Mm-hmm.
Talking with the coach before the game, and he was telling me about 7 to 8 runs might be enough to win this game. Right now, it looks like it's holding up.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. Misses outside. Again, here's the scenario. Southern University with a win in this game. They eliminate FAMU. They're on to the championship game tomorrow. If the Rattlers rally and win this game, these two teams will meet right back here at 3 o'clock today. We could have as few as 2, as many as 4 games today. Centoria Black will have Bama State Bethune-Cookman coming up here on the SWAC Digital Network. Fastball strike called.
That was a really good pitch right there. The kind that they don't even hit in the major league. It's, you know?
Yeah.
On the corner, at the knees.
2-2 pitch is coming up here to kind of keep the Rattlers hanging around. One hop, good play at behind the plate. Full count, 3-2. A full count, 3-2 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Good ball game here. Rattlers have out-hit the Jaguars 10-9. Haven't had an error in this game. 6-4, Jaguars. Here's the 3-2. Inning over. But the Jaguars get a couple of runs here in this 7th inning. So 2 runs for the Jags, 2 runs on 2 hits, and 1 left. We go to the 8th inning. FAMU down to the last 6 outs of their season. Still in it, down 6-4. And when we come back, 6, 7, and 8, Robinson, Hader Mata, Badger, coming up here on the SWAC Digital Network.
The SWAC, considered the premier HBCU conference in the country, and currently ranks among the elite conferences in the nation. With this list of 12 elite schools, each contributing to the growth of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Academically, competitively, and athletically to become the preeminent conference in the nation. The SWAC, building champions for life.
Top of the 8th inning, Rattlers trying to keep their season alive. Jaguars trying to end the Rattlers season and advance to the championship round tomorrow.
This is a big inning here. If he's able to hold the Rattlers, it gives Crenshaw the chance to bring his closer in.
Robinson, a fly ball in the center field, and it's going to be caught here by Armstrong, 1 away. Robinson 1 for 4. Again, if the Rattlers lose this game, Southern goes to the championship round.
These are going to be the toughest 5 outs that Southern has had all day.
You got 7, 8, and 9 coming up here, where we got 7 and 8 with 1 out. Hader Mata hit by a pitch, single, fly to left. Well, the Jaguars had to come from behind again. They started out fast, Roger Cador, but then they found themselves down 4-3, but a run in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, and they have the lead. This pitch up and in.
Southern have shown the ability to not panic when they're down. It's something they get a little more energy, it appears, and a little more concentration. You know, I noticed that the concentration with the at-bats are a little better. It's more focused, and that's a mark of a good team.
Yeah,
now, on the other end, they were doing it against a tied horse. You know, the pitcher was getting a little tired.
Pitch strike call, 3-1.
He's had problem throwing strikes to this guy. Sometimes some people you have problem throwing strikes to. You know, he's the 8-hole hitter.
Full count. Foul off to the left side.
That might have been ball 4.
Hader Mata, the 7-hitter. Badger coming up.
7-hitter.
7-hole hitter for FAMU. Jaguars were down 4-1 against Jackson State, 7-0 against this Rattler team, and we're down 4-3. Another ground ball foul. What do you think was the turning point, Coach? I mean, Southern jumped out and they trailed. Was that pinch hit home run? Did that?
No, I think that was the turning point. That was no doubt. Now, you had a lot of RuPaul after that, but I think it was the turning point because it tied the game up. And I think it took something out of the pitcher for FAMU.
There's a shot down the left side. This ball's going to be off the wall. Extra bases here for Hader Mata. It's going to be a double. So tying run coming to the plate.
The bottom of the order again. We're making a real statement about the bottom of the order, you know?
We got a pinch hitter here, Griffin Long. Long, who scored a run, will pinch hit for Badger, who is 0 for 3. Obviously trying to get some pop in the bat here in the bottom of the order. So Long represents the tying run for FAMU. Southern University team won the Western Division in the second to the last game of the regular season, looking for their 3rd straight SWAC tournament championship. Got some work to do here.
You love to give information out, y'all.
Just trying to set the table.
You're the table setter.
Table setter. Here's the pitch.
Oh, Charles is a table setter. Coming to dinner tonight. Huh? What we having? Steak?
How about some crawfish?
Oh! I could eat that in Louisiana.
Here's the pitch popped up. Foul territory. There's a play. 2 out. As Tab hauls it in. 2 away, and it'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Will Brown, who's 1 for 3. So the Rattlers will have the top of their lineup coming up in the 9th inning. Your top 8 have a chance here to get at least a run in. A runner at second, 2 out, 6-4, Jaguars. Runner at second, 2 out. Centoria Black will have Bethune-Cookman, Bama State coming up next. Strike called.
I want to go back to something I just thought about, with the pitcher being thrown out.
Mm-hmm.
When I was coaching, we found a way to get the pitchers out of the dugout. We had them they would all be in a certain place, you know.
There's a wild pitch runner to third. So Hader Mata to third, so a lot can get him home.
And I noticed that they do now have all the pitchers look like they're all in the bullpen.
They are.
It's a little late, but that's where they should be. They're a little different breed anyway. You got me?
Yeah.
You're not going to use them in the dugout. Get them out of there.
Yeah, you're right. That's a very good point.
I just thought about that when I was coaching. We always made sure that they were away from
just in case.
Yeah, and then you don't have to hold the delay run across the field, all of that. Just, you know, it was just something that we, you know. And it's not a knock on Crenshaw because everybody does things different. But I just thought about it, you know. If I was coaching, that wouldn't happen because he'd have been out there.
Yeah. 1-2 the count to Will Brown, the center fielder, trying to get a run in for the Rattlers. He represents the tying run.
Good block, Ty.
Count is even 2-2. Will Brown, the freshman from Tallahassee, the home of Florida A&M University. Willie Simmons, the head football coach, SWAC Football Media Days right around the corner. Here's the pitch. Inning over.
That was a really good pitch right there.
We go to the 9th inning. FAMU trying to hold the Jaguars right where they are. For Southern, trying to get a little insurance. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Southern University, bottom 8. And when we come back, we'll have the middle of the lineup for the Jaguars here on the SWAC Digital Network.
The SWAC, considered the premier HBCU conference in the country, and currently ranks among the elite conferences in the nation. With this list of 12 elite schools, each contributing to the growth of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Academically, competitively, and athletically to become the preeminent conference in the nation. The SWAC, building champions for life.
Taj Porter will lead it off for the Jaguars. 2-run lead for Southern, bottom of the 8th inning. Porter, a fly ball, deep center field. Ball's well hit, but caught in center. One pitch, one away as Brown hauls it in.
Pitch one out on the first pitch today. You notice that?
Yes, I do. Why is that?
Because they're being aggressive.
And as a coach, you don't mind that.
I don't want my ink knife on here to being aggressive on the first pitch, unless we got runners in scoring position. You got me?
Yeah.
With nobody on, let's take a picture too.
Latulius, the big blow, the home run for the Jaguars to tie it up. Coming in a pinch hitting role. This is his second at bat. You talk about a heck of a move by Chris Crenshaw bringing him in, and he sailed it over the right field wall, Coach Kador.
But it was an expensive home run. Darn, it was expensive.
Yes, and you were just talking about that, Coach. So obviously, one of Southern's pitchers was doing a little talking in the dugout. He was ejected. What would be his status going forward with the ejection?
Well, the rule is clear. You get a one-game suspension. Very clear. Now, and you have brought up something. Could he appeal?
Appeal, yeah.
That was something and I guess I mentioned they appeal murder conviction. So I'm sure they can appeal this. And it's going to be determined by the umpires, I guess.
So with the one-game suspension, if Southern were to lose this game, they would not have him Battaglia available for the game if they lose. But if they win this game and play tomorrow, he would not be available for tomorrow.
That's right.
As a ground ball foul. Right. So that's something we got to put an eye on for tomorrow.
And I think if the umpires are the severity of it, what was said maybe will have some weight. You got me?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that is.
And who was it toward? Was it toward the umpires or players? Was it home for or not? I don't know.
Yeah. That's yet to be determined. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 away. Well, FAMU's pitching has been there. I mean, obviously their starting pitcher Sean Host lasted 1 inning, but then Southern's starting pitcher Christian Paul, his first appearance, got him into the 4th inning, ran into some trouble. So both starting pitchers long gone. 2 out. Hunter Tabb stands in. 0 for 2 with a walk. Centoria Black will have the call of the next game. Bethune-Cookman and Alabama State. Alabama State wins that game. They're in the championship round. If Bethune-Cookman wins that game, then it will be a situation where they will play again if Southern University eliminates FAMU. They will come right back and play because Southern will already be in the championship round. That slot will be reserved for another game today. But right now, it's just a 2-run lead for the Jaguars here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Nobody's warming up in the bullpen either.
And as you mentioned, for the Jaguars, all the arms out there in the bullpen.
That's beautiful. Oh, that's so beautiful.
Making sure you don't lose any additional arms.
Yeah, that's exactly what we locking the gate was the horse. The horse is out of the barn. That's good. Don't lose any more arms. Send them over there.
Well, Alabama State, the home team, will doing some stretching. So they're the home team for the next game. This pitch is high. Again, coming into today, FAMU, Southern, Bethune-Cookman, Alabama State remain. Right now, Southern University's winning. They win this game, they eliminate FAMU, they make it to the championship round tomorrow. If the Rattlers rally, they'll be back here later today. This pitch called, 3rd strike, side retired, inning over. And we go to the top of the 9th inning here in Birmingham. Jaguars need 3 outs to make it to the championship round tomorrow. The Rattlers need 2 runs or more to help their cause to extend their season. Which will play out? We'll find out after this here on the SWAC Digital Network.
In 1920, an athletic league was formed and slowly became one of the leading sports associations in the world of collegiate athletics, the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Today, the SWAC is looking towards the next century, growing, supporting, and transforming our intercollegiate sports activities for student athletes and promoting academic excellence. Each SWAC member institution represents a high level of integrity and sportsmanship. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
The Jaguars will try to get to the championship round on the arm of sophomore Nicholas Wilson, 6'2", 195-pound sophomore from Carrollton, Texas. He'll try to eliminate FAMU. The Rattlers are trying to find a way to stay alive They lose this game, their season is over. We started with 8, down to 4. If the Rattlers don't rally, we'll be down to 3.
He's got to go through the meat of the order.
Here's the first pitch, strike called.
And if this is what it should be. If FAMU is going to go down, it's got to go down with the meat of the order.
Yeah, Weber, 2 for 4. This pitch misses outside. What about this sophomore coach on the mound for Southern University? You know his adrenaline's going 1,000 miles an hour here.
Yeah, probably hadn't been in this situation a lot.
His first appearance in the tournament. This pitch misses, so after starting out ahead, he's behind in the count 2-1. Weber, Perini, Roel. If anyone gets on, Hanchy. Top 3 in the lineup for FAMU. He fouled it off. Challenged him right there, coach. Fouled it straight back.
That's all he's going to do, challenge him.
Count is full, 3-2.
He's going to play country hardball with him.
Top of the 9th inning. Rattlers need a couple to take it to the bottom of the 9th. They're down 2. A little dribbler. Pitcher bare hands, fields, throws off balance, off line, gets away. It's going to be a base hit. Pitcher lost his footing, and his throw was offline. It's going to be a single here. So it brings up the tying run.
Oh, this doesn't. Ooh, he slips.
Right there. Didn't get a lot on the throw.
Dorsch did a good job. You know what? A good throw had him. Yeah.
But, Coach, you just said it. Doris, the second baseman, smartly backed that play up because clearly if he had not, Weber would have been at second. Leadoff man on for the Rattlers. A swing in here, obviously down a couple of runs, strike called. 0-1 the count. Jalen Miles at the plate for the Rattlers. Pitch to Miles, misses outside.
I guess this is what we talked about when Southern had an advantage with arms, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This kid has got a good arm, and most teams can't bring that out of the pen.
Fastball low.
Now, whether he throws strikes or not is another thing, but his arm is good to be in the position at the end of the game.
Grant Royale, the first baseman, in the on-deck circle. Here's the 2-1. Big pitch here. Strike call, 2-2. Leadoff single by Weber from the leadoff man. Miles, the pinch hitter. Second at bat.
Yeah.
The pitch. Misses. Full count. Full count, 3-2. We're down to 4. Rattlers are down to their final 3 outs. Jaguars trying to get these 3 outs and advance to Championship Sunday.
It's got to go through the heart of the lineup.
Here's the 3-2. Fouled off. Trying to jam him, coach, and fouled it off.
Yeah. Well, he was just trying to throw it down the middle of the plate. It went in there.
6-4 Jaguars trying to win their 3rd straight SWAC tournament championship. Here's the 3-2. Here's a base hit in the right field. 2 on for the Rattlers, and they're not going quietly. Weber, Niles on the bases for the Rattlers. 2 on, none out for Grant Roella. All right, Coach Kador, put your manager hat on. You're down 2 runs. First and second, nobody out. Is this an obvious sack situation?
I doubt it. Oh, no, I see now. I thought it was Hinchy. Let's see who we got here.
Yeah, Hanchy's up next.
Yeah, it's Rowell.
So the number 3 hitter, is this an obvious sack here?
No. He's going to swing away.
Roel 0 for 3 with a walk, and he was hit. Caught him on the elbow. He was hit. Bases are loaded. And here comes Chris Crenshaw. And now there's a big-time jam right here. We'll take a quick break. Bases loaded, nobody out for the cleanup hitter, Hanchy, after this on the SWAC Digital Network.
In 1920, an athletic league was formed and slowly became one of the leading sports associations in the world of collegiate athletics, the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Today, the SWAC is looking towards the next century, growing, supporting, and transforming our intercollegiate sports activities for student athletes and promoting academic excellence. Each SWAC member institution represents a high level of integrity and sportsmanship. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Welcome back to Birmingham. Bases loaded. Short conversation, Roger Cador, between Chris Crenshaw and the sophomore righty Nicholas Wilson. Bases loaded, nobody out. Ty Hanchey, the DH. Hanchey's been on base twice. 2 singles, he fouled out. He's behind in the count. Bases loaded, nobody out. Southern by a couple. This pitch, strike called. Into the count. Hanchey behind in the count here. Wilson, the sophomore from Carrollton, Texas, in a jam. Ground ball to second. It'll score a run. Oh, his ball's thrown away. 6-5.
And hurt the shortstop.
That's an E. Run is in, 6-5. Let's see what happened right here. Where was this going? Bad throw, off balance.
He should have got, he had time to get his balance.
My question is, and the shortstop is shaking up for Southern University. My question is, why not just get the easy out at first?
He couldn't. That was his only play second. Look where he's at. Look where he's at.
Let's see.
Look, he couldn't get nobody at first. All he could do was second. See, he had enough time. He had enough time even if he had to underhand it. Not only that, he hurt his shortstop because he was stretching. Yep.
So it's 6-5, still nobody out in the inning. Justin Wiley, the shortstop, shaking up on that throw. I think he's going to stay in, but you see the limp. The only play that could have been made, Coach, right there was to second.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a good throw either. Nobody out, everybody safe, and a run is in, 6-5. Well, what about Hanchey, Coach, behind in the count, find a way to make contact?
That's the most important thing, put the ball in play. Again, we talk about how important it is to put the ball in play.
Bases loaded, still nobody out. Bryant, a base hit up the middle. 1 run scores. Brett Richardson waving the second runner around. It's cut off. Rattlers with the lead. Roel scores. Rini scores. 7-6 FAMU. Still nobody out in the inning.
This was a good piece of hitting, and the coach Richardson is being aggressive here, you know.
Well, you're asking a sophomore in Wilson, first appearance in the tournament, and here comes FAMU. 3 runs.
This was one of them situations he probably should have stayed with. Wilson was in there, number 22. He should have stayed with him. He was doing a good job. It's hard to bring in these inexperienced guys in that situation.
Yeah, Miller was up. There's a wild pitch.
Yeah.
Running to third.
This is normally what you get with those kind of kids. They've never been in this. And, you know.
Now the bullpen getting busy for the Jaguars. Austin Hansel, the senior, scurrying to the bullpen. Still nobody out in this inning, Roger Cador. How troubling is that? Second and third, and already the Rattlers with 3 in. They have a chance to get 4 or 5 in here.
Yeah. They're going to get more than that, look like.
Nobody out in the inning. They're in for the play at the plate potentially. Pitch misses. Weber single. Perini single. Roel walked. And Air made it 6-5. A single by Bryant has given the Rattlers the lead. This pitch misses. Talk about the struggles, coach, of this sophomore pitcher.
Well, I didn't know much about him, but I was concerned when I saw him warming up and he couldn't throw the ball over the plate.
Here's the pitch.
You know.
Strike call.
And, you know, Chris knows his players better than anyone. He must have felt that he could do the job or he wouldn't go to him, you know. And that's what managers do.
Here's the 3-1. 3-2. It's so hard to tell, Coach. I mean, I agree with you. I mean, you roll the dice. Yeah, you had a pitcher prior to him that was doing okay, but you have to try to stretch out your pitching. Here's the pitch. Bases loaded.
And remember, when I say you don't know what you're going to get when you go over there,
yeah,
you just don't know. Especially in championship play. It's a whole different ball game than regular season.
Well, now you have to think about, and Jaguars still have to come up in the bottom of the ninth. You just lost one of your best pitchers thrown out of the game in Battaglia. You won't have him. Again, we don't know what's going to happen in the bottom of the ninth inning, but you talk about arms. There's a ground ball to third. The throw home is there. 5-2-3, double play, and Southern needed that.
See, they would have been out of the game if we had he made the play at second. They would have been with a tie game. You got me? But this double play.
This is huge for Southern.
Yeah, this is, very. And, Southern has found a way to turn double plays and score runs.
Well, this is huge here. All right, so the Rattlers are up 1. They got 2 runners in scoring position. And now you've got the bottom of the lineup here.
Ooh.
Time called.
Okay, good call, umpire. It hit on the way throwing it back, it hit the hitter.
Tyler Dunbar, the grad student from Tallahassee, at the plate, swing and a miss. Count is 1-1. Well, this is huge. Difference between 1 run and 3 runs is huge right now.
Oh, wow, yes, I would say.
Wilson brings it home. Bounce straight back.
And we got that 7-6 score, which is, I predicted that it would be at least 12 runs, you remember?
Yeah, you did say that.
Yeah.
12, yeah, you did say 12 total runs. I thought you meant like the winning team would have 12. It's 13 right now. Here's the 1-2. Up and in, 2-2. Well, FAMU showing their moxie and toughness, not going down.
Oh, I knew they weren't going to go down. This is championship play, and the score was in reach.
Time called here.
The game was in reach. I mean,
How important, Coach, was that 5-2-3 double play right there? You can put a circle around that.
Very important. I'm going to go back even in inning. How important was when Armstrong got thrown out at third with nobody out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all of those things,
Here's the 2-2. Chopper to third. It is a foul ball. Foul ball, says the third base umpire. Count remains 2-2. Well, I guess this is the way it's got to be, Coach. Elimination game for FAMU. 1-run game back and forth. I mean,
you wanted another game. You probably don't
you
get
would
it.
not.
You've been crying for it. You've been saying it all day.
You would not expect anything less here.
You don't want to go home. You don't want to go home.
The Rattlers definitely don't want to go home. Here's the 2-2. Fly ball into right center field. This ball's well hit, but it's going to be caught in right side is retired. But FAMU gets 3 in here in the 9th. And we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Southern needs 1 to tie, 2 to eliminate FAMU. And for the Jaguars, the bottom of the lineup coming up in the bottom of the 9th inning, 1-run lead for FAMU in the bottom of the ninth here on the SWAC Digital Network.
Building champions for life didn't just happen overnight. Since 1920, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, SWAC, has been in the forefront in leadership and excellence in all our athletic programs. There are very few major sports halls of fame that a SWAC athlete is not a member. Hall of Fame coaches who were stewards and mentors to these elite athletes. Our tradition, our distinction, our legacy. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
We go to the bottom of the ninth inning. The Jaguars need a run to send us into extra, 2 to send FAMU home. 7-6, Rattlers showing a lot of fight. They've out-hit the Jaguars 14-9, and they lead 7-6. Roland leading it off. He's triple and single. Then there's a fly ball to center field here. One pitch and one out.
This is what the doctor ordered, fly ball.
And Roland has flied to center twice. Again, if the Rattlers win this game, we'll be back here around 4 o'clock for an elimination game. If the Jaguars rally and win this game, FAMU's eliminated. The Jaguars will play in the championship tomorrow. The number 9 hitter, Wiley. His pitch strike call, Kreisen.
The beauty about Crenshaw, he had Crenshaw, he have to face the bottom of Southern's order, where the young pitcher had to face the middle of FAMU's order. So the task is a little different.
0-2.
See, this is a 9-4 hitter. Why is he taking a big swing? He's not going to hit a home run with that swing. He'll probably do some damage if he takes a nice, easy swing. So let's see what happens here.
I'm sure we'll probably see Veets if FAMU does win this game. Time called. Benjamin Kreisen, 7 saves during the regular season. So he's their closer. He would actually win it. Well, the Rattlers with 11 hits, Coach. The way it started for FAMU, it looked like the Jaguars would be all over it. They trailed 3-0. They got their pitcher. I think, one of the big keys, obviously, they got their starting pitcher out after 1 inning.
Well, he knew what he had. The coach is trying to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He wasn't going to play around with that.
Well, Wiley has forced the count even.
I'm a little surprised Crenshaw did not go to his closer. I really am. My thing is, if you win, you're in the championship game. You can't save You can't save pitches. You got me?
Oh, this pitch just missed.
No.
Full count. The catcher says it was outside.
Tomorrow she'll take care of itself. Today is what you got to take care of.
Count is full, 3-2. Energy in the stands on both sides. FAMU and the Jaguar Nation. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, right side, right center.
This is what the doctors order.
2 out.
The bottom of the order guys popping it up. Got to hit the ball on the ground. Remember, FAMU got some luck when they hit a ground ball.
Again, if FAMU gets this final out, we will be back here at 3 o'clock or somewhere thereabouts. It's 12:16 right now, so game 2 will start 30 minutes after the completion. So you're looking at maybe 4 o'clock, but still one more out to get. Armstrong. All Southern needs is a base runner to bring the tying run to the plate. Armstrong, 1 for 3 with a walk.
Would be the winning run to the plate.
Yep, the tying run.
Yeah, if you get Armstrong on, the winning run comes up.
Yep, if Armstrong
That
can
would
get
be
him.
interesting.
Yep, Armstrong just trying to just get on base here and bring the potential winning run to the plate.
And you got Dorsch, who is in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, Doris is doubled twice if he gets that far. Here's a shot in the center, and it is going to get that far. It's a base hit. Jalen Armstrong on base for the 3rd time. So the Jaguars not going down quietly. Now the winning run coming to the plate in Javante Doris. Doubled twice, flied out once, grounded out once. 2 for 4. Once again, if FAMU wins this game, we'll be back later with these two teams. If Southern wins this game, Southern eliminates FAMU and they're on to the championship game. Can Doris end it or keep the inning alive? Here's the pitch. Misses. This pitcher has saved 7 during the regular year. He would get the win here in this one. Seven to 6 FAMU. This pitch misses outside.
Overthrown at this point.
Ben Kreisen, the 6', 205-pound junior from Northport, Florida, Central Alabama Community College transfer. 7 saves on the year, trying to end it for FAMU. Three and 0.
Now, if you walk him, you put the time run on second where a single could do it. This become a chess game at this point, Charles.
Count is 3 and 0. It says 3 and 1 on the board, but it's 3 and 0 is the count. Right down the middle, 3 and 1. Well, he's throwing some heat, coach.
Well, that's usually what you want when you're trying to close.
The count is 3 and 1. It was 3 and 0, now 3 and 1 with that strike. FAMU trying to keep their season alive. Southern trying to end their season. 2 on.
Crazy things happen on the way to the dance.
O'Neal Burgos.
Burgos is known to be a big clutch hitter. He's got a reputation.
And he feels like he's probably due because he's 0 for 4. Struck out, grounded out to the pitcher, flied out twice. Time called. 2 on, 2 out for the Rattlers. Infielders huddle up. Coach, we talked about it the other day. When that happens, you know, most of the time the players do it on their own, but sometimes the coach calls for that meeting.
I think the players did this one on their own. The catcher wanted to go out there. He maybe recognized something the pitcher wasn't doing. So you notice how he's talking to him. And your catcher is your leadership position, you know?
Yeah.
Sort of like your quarterback on the field.
Well, the Rattlers, first year in the league. Look at FAMU, what they've done. Beat Prairie View 5-4. Lost to this Jaguar team 8-7. They're winning 7-6. They eliminated Prairie View 17-1. They're 1 out away. Jaguars trying to extend it and win it. Pitch misses, ball one. Now this pitcher, coach, what's the issue here? Looked like he was in good shape, and now he's falling behind the last three hitters.
But I still like him, though. That's a difference. I still like him because he's got a good fastball and his slider is good, so I still like him.
Here's the 1-0 from Kreisen. Strike call on the inside corner.
See, the other guy that Crenshaw brought in, he was just a thrower. You got me? This guy's more of a pitcher, and he's got 9 saves. So, and he's been in this situation before compared to the other young man.
1-1 to Burgos. Ground ball. It's off of short. Base hit. Southern has tied this game. 7-all.
I told you about this guy. He's a clutch guy. This is crazy. Go crazy, fans. Go crazy.
2-out action for the Jaguars. Armstrong single. Doris walked. And how about Burgos tying this game? It was off of Robinson.
The shortstop got to knock it down. That's a thing you have to do. You have to knock that ball down. You know.
Southern has been fighting all tournament.
You have to knock that ball down, though. Charles, he can't let that ball go to the outfield.
Now Tremaine Spears, the man of the hour. He's walked, struck out, and singled. Time called. We're tied at 7. Jaguars come back again. 7-7, 2 on, 2 out. The pitch. 1-1.
That's the swing was not a good swing.
Doris at second. Burgos at first. 2 out. Base hit could win it for the Jaguars. Rattlers now just trying to take this in the extra innings.
It's on top of the plate, so.
It's strike called.
That pitch was outside.
Now Spears down to his final pitch. 0-2 the count. Tie game. This is outside. Action here in this 9th inning. The Rattlers got 3 to grab the lead, but then the Jaguars got 1 to tie it up. And Spears can win it with a base hit.
You didn't want to go home, so this is what you know.
Or he can win it with an extra base hit.
Yeah, or single.
Let's see what happens. Fouled it off. 7 runs, 14 hits for the Rattlers and no errors. 7 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Jaguars. Bottom 9.
That's part of the tradition at Southern, to never give up, find a way. You know, it started with 2 outs.
Pitch up and in. Well, you do have a base open, and guess who's coming up? Taj Porter. Will it even get to that point is the question.
It would be great if it does.
And Porter is hitting a double play, walked, flying out, if it gets to that point.
Yes.
Spears facing a 2-2 count. Full count.
Now, this is even more dangerous for them. The runners are taking a run. They walk in lead, a running lead.
Yeah, they'll be taking off here from second. Doris at second, Burgos at first. He just tied it up with an RBI single. Here's the 3-2. We go to extra innings. But the Jaguars tie it up on 2 hits. Extra baseball here in Birmingham. Top 10 coming up. Jaguars get a run. We're tied at 7. 10th inning coming up after this on the SWAC Digital Network.
The SWAC, considered the premier HBCU conference in the country, and currently ranks among the elite conferences in the nation. With this list of 12 elite schools, each contributing to the growth of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Academically, competitively, and athletically to become the preeminent conference in the nation. The SWAC, building champions for life.
Top of the 10th inning, Will Brown will lead it off. 1 for 4, strike call. New pitcher in the game, Roger Kadar. Austin Hansel, the senior from New Orleans, Louisiana, on the mound in this 7-7 game. Swing and a miss here, 0-2. Hansel, just 5 appearances during the season, no record, 7 in the 3rd innings pitched.
I don't know why, but I recruited that kid. He was a top recruit for me. I don't know what happened. Because he had a really good average fastball with a really good slider. Could have had some arm issues. I really don't know.
Well, Hansel has tried to keep FAMU where they are. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to 3rd. The throw is there, 1 away. Good hustle by Brown, but just a better throw by Tab, 1 away.
Tab has played really good defense for Southern at 3rd base. Very solid. You know, making all the plays you need a 3rd baseman to make.
It'll bring up Weber. Weber 3 for 5. 2 singles and a double. Pitch outside, ball 1. 7 runs, 14 hits. for FAMU. 7-11-1 for the Jaguars. The pitch. Just got a piece of it and fouled it back. What a game. Back and forth. Jaguars jumped out 3-0. Rattlers led late. Southern tied it late. Pitch strike
That's
call.
what you want. You wanted that. I think you won a game 3 and a game 4.
Well, we're going to get at least 2, and we're in extra innings. We got some extra baseball here. Count is 2-2 again. If FAMU wins this game, then we'll be back later for these two teams again. Losers eliminated. If the Jaguars win this game, FAMU's eliminated, and the Rattlers are out. The Jaguars will be in the championship game tomorrow. But it's not easy, as you probably would expect.
No, if it was easy, it'd have been over.
There's a ball that's hooked foul.
Yeah, if it was that easy, it would have been over with. You know.
One of the big storylines, Coach, again, you know, you talk about just having all your arms available. Southern's pitcher Padaglia was ejected from this game after something he said in the dugout. And so he will be unavailable for the next game. There's a chopper to short, booted, picked up, and
shortstop.
it's
it finds you. The ball find the new guy. Number 3. Where is it?
that's Caleb Tart. Caleb Tart at short for the Jaguars. So Tart taking the place of Wiley at short.
Wow, the ball found him.
So one out base runner for FAMU. There's a swing and a miss.
See, those routine plays you got to make. They lead to problems. Historically, you know.
Yeah. The ball will find you, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Pitch to Niles. Niles a shot in the left field. 2 out.
It would have been out of the inning.
So 2 away. It'll bring up Ty Hanchey. It'll bring up Roel. Roel 0 for 3 with a walk. Well, the Jaguars will have Porter leading it off, laying tab coming up. Up and in, ball 1, a little chin music.
Chin music.
Chin music. You've heard of that one, Coach?
Yes, indeed.
Up and in, up towards the chin. Call it a little chin music.
Yeah.
7-7 game. We've had, the Rattlers had their second extra inning game. This pitch swing and a miss. They came back and beat Prairie View in extra innings on a base hit by Robert Robinson. Extra innings again here for the Rattlers. 15 hits for the Rattlers. Fly ball down the right side. Is there a play? No. Lands about 6 rows back. Rattlers trying to find a way to stay alive. The Jaguars trying to find a way to get to the championship game. It's not easy for either.
Charles is trying to find a way to get to game 3 and 4.
Trying to find a way here, trying to figure out a strategy here. It's just been back and forth. It's pitch up and in.
I got you. I'm only joking.
Who do you think, Coach, might have the deeper pitching staff at this point? Is it about even, you think?
Well, you know, Southern had to use some people, and I don't know Crenshaw, based upon how they perform. He may not Uh-oh.
A wild pitch here, runner to second. So the go-ahead run at second base.
Remember now, is an error that let him get on base. So let's see what happens.
Yep, an error and now a wild pitch, runner to second. Those things catch up with you. And for Coach Crenshaw, he's just trying to get out of this inning.
And the thing about it, Charles, is that if you're going to win or get to the championship, you got to get 2 out hits. And this is what is facing him right here.
Here's a 3-2. 2 on. So 2 on for the Rattlers. It'll bring up the DH Ty Hanchey.
All this forcing pitchers to make extra pitches when you don't make plays. You see the pitcher's in a bad situation here with this hot hitter.
Well, you obviously have a walk, an error, and a wild pitch, 2 on for FAMU. Strike call as a foul tip.
As one of my players once would say, Coach, that's why they got the E on the board. It's part of the game. I heard him say that, and I went back to the dugout. Oh, my goodness. He said, that's why they got the E on the board. It's a part of the game.
This pitch is low, 1-1.
Yeah. That's why the E's on the board. It's a part of the game. Like I said.
You can you can find so many little plays, Coach. Remember FAMU had a runner thrown out trying to get back to third? Remember they lost a base runner?
Right.
That's important.
Yeah.
Southern lost a base runner.
Yeah.
So
because it happened with 1 out for FAMU.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, a lot of little things we can find.
But here we are in the top of the 10th inning. Tie game. Strike called. And now this pitcher, Austin Hansel, senior, a pitch away from ending the top of the 10th inning.
He's from the Big Easy. He's got a good slider. This could be it.
The pitch. Inside.
See, the slider was pretty good, just, full count.
Count is 3-2. Everybody will be running here.
Even better for FAMU if the ball is hit hard at one of the outfielders or infielders fumble around.
Here's the 3-2. Chopper to first. Oh, it's a foul ball. Ooh, close down there at first.
This is why you got to get in front of the ball.
Let's look at it. How close was that to being fair?
Yeah, look. Don't play it that way, son.
Oh, yeah, by about a foot and change.
Yeah, but you see, for practice, get in front of it. The ball is showing it could take some funny hop if it hits the lip. So you got to be aware of that. That's why I'm getting in front of it.
Here it comes. Here's a shot in the right field, a base hit. Rattlers have the lead. Runner to third, 8-7 FAMU.
What happened? We talked about how did he get on?
You got a wild pitch and an error in this inning.
No, forget the wild pitch. It was the error. If the wild pitch never occurs if he makes the play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The error, yep, at short. You got a new shortstop in it for Southern. And he just went down and got that baseball, Coach.
Yeah. Oh, no, he did. That was a good piece of hitting.
Rattlers lead again. And now L.J. Bryant has been on base 4 times. A fielder's choice, a single, a double, and a walk.
This inning is not over with. Could be some more damage.
Right, fly ball, and it's going to land on top of us. And you can hear it.
I don't want you to get hurt.
Roger Cador terrified up here in the booth.
Oh, my goodness.
He's holding on to me, folks. He's terrified.
I'm trying to protect Charles. I was grabbing to protect him.
Well, Southern trying to protect this one-run deficit here. I mean, speaking of protecting, man, it's been some game in the last couple of innings. Time
Ooh,
called
now
here.
we got more people running out. See, why would them guys not be out there already? Soon they scored the run, they should have gone out there, you know?
Yeah. Well, they got 3 pitchers in the bullpen. You assume that one of them was going to be warming up, maybe 2. The air opened the door, and the Rattlers walked through it.
The routine era.
And the inning's not over, 1st and 3rd. The pitch. Strike call. Do you expect Coach the runner to take off from first here? Will Southern concede that?
Maybe not. Well, you got a new shortstop, I don't know.
Rattlers with the lead. This misses outside. 2-2 the count. Rattlers, man, how many lives do they have? They just would not go away. They
Got more than you can count.
We've got the Jaguars obviously fighting back. They're going to have to do it again. Every game they've been behind. The pitch is low. They were behind 4-1. The Jackson State rallied and won. Behind 7-0 to this FAMU team rallied and won. We're down to their final out in the 9th inning, rallied and tied up. And now they're going to have to rally again and leads down a run right now here in the 10th inning. Here's a shot into left field. This ball is well hit, and this ball is going to go. A home run. The Rattlers have just added to their lead.
That might be the dagger here.
L.J. Bryant's 3-run home run has put FAMU up 11-7.
He had a good talk with me this morning at breakfast. It came and paid off for him. He was a happy-looking kid. I'm happy for him.
Right over the heart of the plate.
Yeah, there it is. And he knew it. You got to make routine plays, guys, if you want to win in championship play.
So the Rattlers get 4 in the 10th inning. And now it's 11-7. L.J. Bryant has been on base 5 times in this game. A homer, a fielder's choice, a walk, a double, and a single. There's a fly ball here. Armstrong ends the inning, but the Rattlers get 4 in the 10th. The Jaguars come up in the bottom of the 10th. Again, if FAMU wins this game, gets these 3 outs and win this game, we'll be back later. If the Jaguars rally, they end FAMU season and they go to Championship Sunday. Jaguars trail 11-7. Does Southern have another comeback in them? We'll find out. Bottom 10 coming up with Porter, Lay, and Tab. Coming up here on the SWAC Digital Network.
Building champions for life didn't just happen overnight. Since 1920, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, SWAC, has been in the forefront in leadership and excellence in all our athletic programs. There are very few major sports halls of fame that a SWAC athlete is not a member. Hall of Fame coaches who were stewards and mentors to these elite athletes. Our tradition, our distinction, our legacy. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
What will the bottom of the 10th inning have in store? Welcome back to Birmingham. Visit the official Tournament Central website, SWAC.org. You can access game previews, photo galleries, team roster stats, live stats, links, and more. Go to SWAC.org for more information. I'm sure it's blowing up right now. People are wondering what in the heck just happened. Looking at the stats, you thought Southern had it under control, and FAMU, boom, 4 runs in the 10th. Charles Edmond, the Hall of Famer Roger Cador, our producer James Crenshaw. All right, here we go. If FAMU holds off Southern in this inning, we'll be back later for an elimination game. If Southern rallies with 5 in this 10th, then the Jaguars eliminate the Rattlers. Does Southern have another comeback in them? We're going to find out right now. Taj Porter leading it off, Coach. Here's your guy.
He's our guy.
He's been on base once. He's hitting a double play. And right now, obviously, the key for Southern get base runners, and obviously for FAMU with Kreisen trying to get outs. Count is 1-1.
He's extended him pretty good.
There's a shot in the right, and it's going to be caught. 1 out.
He's extended him pretty good. This is what I'm really confused with Mr. Crenshaw, is that why would he take that kid out? Why would he do that? He didn't have to do that.
The Tulas pinch hit home run. You thought right there when that pinch hit home run was hit, the momentum all rolled to the Jaguars' way.
And then the pitcher went in and popped off at the mouth, got thrown out.
Well, that's the other storyline here. If Southern loses this game, they're going to be without Battaglia. I don't know if he was going to be in the plans for this game if the Jaguars lose. Or even if they win this game, he'll be without him for the championship game. Strike called. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Battaglia, one of Southern's better pitchers, he was ejected due to something he said after that home run was hit. He was obviously called out in the dugout by the umpires, ejected. So he'll miss the next game, whether it's today or tomorrow. This pitch is high. How big is that, Coach?
Well, it's big simply because it creates some problem for your team, for the chemistry, and not having this guy there. It's just sad.
There's a pop-up left side, shallow left. There is a play. Robinson, 2 out.
And the sad thing is that his teammate hit the home run. He should have been happy. You got me?
Well, the Jaguars are down to their final out. Hunter Tab.
See, we don't know when. That was the beginning of the wheel coming off the wagon. You got me? Mm-hmm. It just didn't come off all the way when it initially happened.
It was a jar.
Yeah. And some things came loose, and now it fell apart late.
Well, Tab 0 for 3 with a walk. Again, if Southern loses this game, we'll be back here later with these two teams. Here's the pitch. Foul. Look out right above me here. That's about as close as it's been.
Yeah.
That's as close as it's been. I think it's just a matter of time before it comes in here.
When Black comes in again.
Speaking of Centoria Black, he's up next with Bethune-Cookman and Bama State. This pitch strike call, and if that's an indication of this one, that one could be in for a rough ride. 1-2 the count. Jaguars are down to their final pitch. FAMU's down to their final pitch to keep their season alive. Hunter Tab 0 for 3. Rolling on deck. Does it get that far? Here's the 1-2. Stays alive.
We got to fight to the end.
Man, if you're Chris Crenshaw, if you're Coach Shoup, man, what's the emotions going in each team's dugout right now? For FAMU, they're just elated. For Southern, it's got to be disappointment if they lose this game. The pitch. We'll see you later. Ball game. These two teams will meet later for a trip to the championship game. FAMU stays alive, and the Jaguars and Rattlers will meet back here later. I'll be back here later for a winner, moving on, loser, go home matchup. FAMU Southern. What a game. The Rattlers were down, they were up, they were down again, and they get 4 in the 10th, and it holds up. Kreisen closes the door. Rattlers stay alive, 11-7 in 10 innings. Out hit the Jaguars 17-11. Up next here on the SWAC Digital Network, Bethune-Cookman, Alabama State. Centuria Black will have the call there in 30 minutes. Good one here. I'm Charles Edmond. I'll see you later. FAMU Southern, round number 3 here on the SWAC Digital Network.